Not since Ross Perot has the abrupt departure of a political candidate been met with such a universal sense of relief.
Yeah.
Here now to explain what happened, America's worst nightmare. Ladies and gentlemen, please say hello to Howard Stern.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good morning. All right, you know what I got to do? I got to take a short break. O.J. Mask is here today. Everyone's waiting for O.J. Mask. He's going to be stopping by. Also, we have to go over the betting. I know I lost my shirt, but... Oh, there's O.J. Mask. Hey, O.J. Mask.
Good morning. Good morning.
O.J. Mask will be sitting in.
You know, you need to cut a mouth for him.
No, that's the fun of it. There's no mouth on the O.J. Mask. O.J. Mask was over at the Super Bowl party at Scores, and he was running up to the girls and saying he was going to chop their heads off.
So he was a big hit?
Oh, yeah, O.J. Mask was a big hit, so I invited him over here to the show today. All right, O.J. Mask, you get set up. I'm going to take a break, and then we'll be back right after these words.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
Cool. There you go. Who's rocking us right here, Fred?
I think it's Bush.
Bush. I love Bush.
Oh, yeah.
There's a band called Bush?
Yeah. O.J. Mask loves Bush.
Everything called Bush.
What?
There's everything called Bush.
And you love everything that is
yeah.
called Bush.
Oh, yeah.
O.J. Mask loves anything called Bush. All right, very good. Hold on, let me get set up here. I'm still in the middle of setting up. I have so much to talk to you about today. Obviously, I think the first thing we're going to tackle is all the betting and the Super Bowl stuff. Yeah. But I'm on fire about the rest stop and what's going on with that, and Christy Todd Whitman. I don't want to say a word about it, Robin, until I'm prepared to speak about it later in the program.
You will have some remarks later in the program?
I will have remarks later in the program.
Because I was going to bring that up if you didn't. It seems to be growing.
Yeah, well, I've got plenty to say, and I will talk about the flap. Okay? Okay, O.J. Mask?
Okay.
All
I'm
right.
ready.
O.J. Mask picking his nose, his rubber nose. All right, let me talk to you about Super Bowl. First of all, before we get into the Ralph Dominic bet, which is the big one, I lost my ass yesterday.
Yeah.
And, you know, first of all, I just want to complain about something.
What?
I bet Baba Booey on the over-under. And, like, you know, I really wanted over because you knew the game was going to be over 50 points, but he just goes, okay, I'll take over. I don't know, he bamboozled me into that one. The over-under.
You're complaining.
Yeah, I must have lost about $1,000.
Well, let me see.
Wait a second.
He bamboozled me on that one.
No, I didn't.
Because I was just trying to get some betting going.
I say over-under, and you go, I said I want the over, and then you go,
all right,
I'm not going to take that action.
Yeah, I took it. I don't know why.
Well, you did.
It wasn't I don't play the tape back. I somehow got bamboozled.
You even said to me, you might as well hand me the money right now.
Right.
But
he was so lathered up with those girls. He didn't know what he was doing.
I was lathered up, and I was thinking.
Right.
Although he was a lot more lathered up.
Well, I lost $500 to Stuttering John.
Right, because I was going to say you had the big $500 bet with Stuttering John.
And I lost because I had San Francisco. You know, I was just talking about the point spread. How come those bastards couldn't kick a little field goal at the end? Hey, wait a second. Seriously? What you know, I know that everyone says that's crazy, but, hey, they were down a whole bunch of points.
They needed a lot of scoring.
Why not? I know they need a lot of scoring, but why not take the field goal at least so the game wouldn't look so embarrassing?
Well, it looked to me that San Francisco was mindful of the point spread.
Hey, Gary, tell the Al Michaels story.
So, you know, the NFL acts like gambling doesn't go on, but the whole game is built around gambling. So Al Michaels said when San Diego was going down the field with like 2 minutes left, and Humphreys was aiming for the end zone, he was trying to throw a touchdown.
Yeah.
And if he would have connected, they would have San Francisco would not have covered the point spread.
Right.
So Al Michaels said, "Oh, Humphreys is going to irritate a lot of people at tomorrow's water cooler if he gets that touchdown in. You know, he'll ruin the point spread." And Deardorff and Gifford went nuts, and they go, oh, no, we don't know anything about a point spread. Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, well, they have to act like there's no point spread. But meanwhile, there is a point spread and a lot of money riding on this.
The only reason everyone's...
That's what I'm saying. San Francisco, in a game like that, generally, they don't try to make that big a difference in the game.
Right.
when they're up by two touchdowns already, they usually ease up on the other side.
Yeah.
But they were very obviously playing for the point spread.
Well, no, I don't know about that. I think Steve Young was going for 6 TDs. He wanted to break Montana's record.
Well, that too, but still, early on, you could see that, every time they scored, San Diego scored, I thought they were thinking point spread.
Yeah, so did I. I was thinking point spread the whole time.
It did sort of look like they were up by a lot, and then San Diego would score, and they would say, "Oh, we need another score," and then they'd go and get it, and then they'd take it a little easy.
Yeah.
Hey, OJ Mask, who did you have?
I had Ralph.
No, did you have any bets?
Yes. I had 49ers.
Oh, you did?
Points, right.
So how much money did you win?
A couple hundred.
Couple hundred?
Yeah.
OJ Mask.
Even
it's going
OJ's
towards
winning.
my defense.
Winning in jail.
It's going toward your defense?
Yeah, it's definitely going towards my defense.
You need every penny you can get.
OJ Mask taking his betting money and giving it right over to Johnny Cochran.
Johnny Cochran was waiting there.
What?
Johnny Cochran was waiting there as I collected.
All right.
He was standing by your bookie.
I have a bet going about you, OJ Mask. I bet you're going to jail.
Oh, no. I brought the evidence today. I have the envelope.
Oh, is that right? Is that the envelope?
Yes, I have the envelope.
Oh, let me see
What's
that.
in that envelope?
It says Exhibit A, OJ evidence. Let me show that to our camera. Exhibit A, OJ evidence. And what do you got in there, OJ Mask?
This will prove my innocence.
Let me see. What have you got?
Oh, I took the wrong...
Oh, it's the bloody knife.
I took the wrong envelope.
Let me see that. That's the bloody knife.
That's the one you weren't supposed to open?
I took the wrong knife.
Okay.
The wrong envelope.
Well, O.J. Mask took the wrong envelope and actually brought the bloody knife, and now he's probably going to go to jail.
Just lost again.
Anyway, so let me just figure out how much I lost.
All right, there's the $500.
Can I just say something first?
What?
I think I lost every bet I made. The only one I'm not sure about.
You beat me, actually, I think.
Did I beat you on coin toss?
No, we bet on...
Over or under, I lost. I lost the actual game bet, even with the 20 points.
Right.
I lost first point scored. You had San Francisco, I think. Somebody had San Francisco against me. You had San Francisco. I had 49ers. Chargers. And the only thing I don't know what I did was the coin toss. And I think I had...
Coin toss you won.
I did?
Yeah, you had the 49ers.
How much did I win?
$50.
Oh, I'm wiped out. So I must have lost, what, about $700?
I would say so. You had $750 out. You lost $700.
Wow. Gee, you'd think just by accident I could win one of those.
I won who had the first wife beating.
Is that right, O.J.?
Yes, I did. I bet on who had the first wife beating, and Jackie did.
I'll tell you something. O.J.'s so scared about going to jail, his hands are white.
White knuckles spread all the way up.
O.J. Mask.
I was trying to figure this out. I got so confused by the whole thing. I had the 49ers, too, so I lost.
On what? What did you have, the 49ers?
I had them
So you had
the overall game.
No, you had the Chargers.
If you had the 49ers, you won.
Right.
They covered the spread.
Wait a minute. Then I had the 49ers.
You win.
Who did you bet?
Me.
I bet Ralph, John, and Gary.
That's right.
Oh, you had
you
had San Francisco?
Yeah.
Yeah, you win.
Yeah, they have to sleep with the 49ers.
So, Robin, how much money did you win?
That's $250 right there.
Wow. Hey, by the way, I don't have any money with me. I'm bringing it in tomorrow. My wife has to go to the bank, John, so I owe you money. Oh, you'll get it tomorrow.
And then I had over.
Yeah, no, I'm giving you cash.
Wait a minute. So there's another $100 I won.
You had the over.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. I won the coin toss, I think. No, I might have lost the coin toss.
Oh.
But I won first score.
Oh, yeah? Wow, I thought you had San Diego.
For the first score?
No, for everything.
No, I had the Chargers for first. I lost that one.
What did you bet on, Tom?
I don't know. Remember, I gave Gary my money. I said Gary is my proxy, and he could bet up to $300, so I'm here to pay.
Oh.
Who did Tom bet with? Me. Oh, Jackie. Jackie
was such a big pussy on Friday. He didn't want to make any bets, and now you won. Aren't you glad I forced you into it?
Yes, thank you very much.
How much money did Jackie make? You must have made $1,000.
$300 on Tom.
Wow. Ralph.
More than he makes on his CD.
What? Jack, give the microphone to Jackie. I'm asking him a question.
I had 300 with Tom, 500 with Ralph,
Wow.
100 with you. What do you mean, no?
That's $900 already.
Jackie, didn't you make someone else a $500
My very
bet?
first bet was $100 with you.
Okay, then I only bet you because I know I didn't bet you and Robin.
Wait a minute. Let me. I have
Everybody
the list
backing
right
out of their
here.
bets.
I have the list right here. I
right.
see Jackie and Tom for 300.
Right.
Cash money right here. Thank you, Tom.
You had Jackie and Ralph for 500.
Right. Where is Ralph? Ralph's freaking out. We're going to talk about Ralph in a minute because Ralph's got the worst bet.
You save that. Let her keep going. Let's.
Yeah.
No, Jackie and Gary did have an overall bet for $100.
Oh, I see. I got it. And then I had a bet with you for 50.
Right.
Good thing you wrote things down, Robin.
Yeah.
A lot of people
Then
backpedaling.
Jackie won the over for $50.
Who was that with, Robin?
That was with Ralph.
Oh, man.
So Ralph owes me $550.
Right. Now, here's Ralph, the big loser of the day. Worse than me.
And Robin, did I have a coin toss bet?
You had a first score bet with Fred for $100, which and you took the 49ers. You won.
Howard, this is more
And
money
then
than
the
Jackie
coin
made at
toss,
his gig.
I know.
lost.
I lost the coin toss. What did I have?
Yeah, $50 to Howard.
Oh.
Jackie lost $50 to me?
Yeah.
I mean, my bet with Jackie's the only one that I won?
So that must feel good, though.
Hey, I need my 50.
Jackie was
I'm going to the bank
$1,000.
All
tomorrow.
right. Wow. Whatever you want to pay me.
$300 Shut up, Tom.
Where's my money?
I'm going to the bank. I'll give it to you tomorrow.
Well, oh, just because I said that? Oh.
No, I'm waiting to get a 10. Hold on.
right.
Wait till Ralph gives me my money.
Do I have a 10? Yeah. I don't think I do, actually. I'm pretty wiped out.
With me right now.
Ralph, how much did you lose total? You must have figured it out.
I don't know.
All right, so here's the big deal.
Like 800.
For those of you who weren't with us late in the show on Friday, the betting got fierce. And Dominic Barbara, the bloated attorney, called up. And he said, okay, I'm going to bet Ralph. The final bet ended up being Ralph took San Diego with the points. If Ralph had won, he would have won $2,000. If Ralph loses, he has to dress up like a woman with garters and panties.
He's got to be a hooker.
And stockings.
Regular outfit.
Tunnel bunny.
Like a tunnel bunny. He's got to go down to the Lincoln Tunnel and stand there and try to pick up guys in their cars. And he was freaking last night. He was calling me every 2 seconds. Are you freaking out? Are you freaking out that you have to do it?
I don't know.
Ralph, for the one
I'm claiming temporary insanity.
What are you going to wear? You know what? We're going to have Fabian.
Your outfit?
I'm going to have Fabian dress him.
Absolutely.
Fabian's a cross-dresser.
Don't leave it to Ralph, because he'll be very conservative.
No, I'm going to go wild, baby.
So what are you going to wear? Mini skirt? Panties?
I have to decide if I'm going to do it.
You have to do it.
I'll have to decide if I'm going to do it.
What's that?
What?
I have to decide if I'm going to do it.
I got to fire you if you don't do
Howard,
it.
didn't you say you'd fire him if
I
he
have
didn't
to.
keep his bet?
Ralph, if you don't keep a bet, I have to fire you.
Can't fire.
I will. I'll fire you.
You can't.
I'll fire you.
You can't. You don't pay him.
You can't dismiss me because I didn't pay a bet.
Sure I can. Well, of course I can.
Right. I mean, he should be run out of the state if he doesn't pay.
I know.
Howard, you can't fire him.
Pussy, don't bet. You want to bet, you pussy.
Yeah. You can't fire him. You don't pay him.
Yeah,
I don't have it.
Oh, he's got to pay.
Where's your money?
I don't have it.
Hey, come on, I'll tell Nancy.
When are you going to pay all your bets?
After you.
When are you paying your bets?
When I have the money. No, tomorrow.
No.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow, Fred. The day after today.
Yeah, well, where's my money?
Tomorrow.
What, tomorrow?
Yeah.
He's got to go to the bank.
I think Ralph will not
You
be
can make fun
here
of me now,
tomorrow.
Ralph. You'll be standing at the tunnel in a dress.
I'm not making fun of you, Fred. Why are you attacking me?
Why are you attacking me?
Sit there, work the fucking buttons.
Oh, excuse me, Ralph. I'm your friend now. Just pay me my
Hey,
money.
man, you wanted to bet. What are you screaming at Fred for?
I'm not screaming at him.
Why are you being a baby? You lost.
I'm
You
going
know
to pay him.
You
So
know
why are you
what's
acting like
funny?
you're not going to pay people?
I think
What?
Dominic was
You trying to be funny, you
I'm not
idiot.
acting like that.
But you know what's really funny?
What?
Ralph shouldn't have even been in this room betting.
I know.
And now
a
he's
big
pissed.
shot.
I know.
Actually making people hate him more right now.
I know. Because he's...
That's not possible.
I said I'm going to pay tomorrow.
O.J. Man said,
That's not
it's not
possible.
possible.
Most hated man in America. Hey, come on, that's not funny.
O.J. Mask,
Yes,
what do you think of Ralph?
I think he's a mess.
He's a homo.
Homo. I got a bad cold. Homo. Pussy. I think you should pay the bet right now.
How come Dominic's not on the phone?
Ralph is more hated than O.J.
He's eating.
Ralph. You're lucky Dominic's eating, or else he'd be on the phone goofing on you.
He passed. He was up all night. He was so happy.
buffet isn't over yet.
I know. Can you believe it? Can you believe that San Francisco scored that many points?
I couldn't. When they said, the final score, and I really figured out that it was 23 points they were up by,
And
I was amazed.
And San Diego blows so bad. All they had to do was make that final touchdown, and the whole damn point spread would have changed.
They couldn't even get that 2-point conversion.
No. No, they got it. They got one 2-point conversion.
Yeah, but late in the game, when they really needed it,
they stink.
They couldn't do anything.
All they had to do was just beat that spread.
San Diego equals Ralph.
They got two point conversions, and Ralph, Dominic's on the phone.
Yeah. Hey, Robin, can I check one thing?
What?
What was my final bet with Ralph on Friday? Because I think he was trying to change it on me.
Let me see.
I just want to make sure.
You definitely have Ralph for something. Ralph for $100.
Wasn't 500?
No, Fred.
No, it was 100.
Fred had a couple of drinks at Scores, and
I had no drinks, homo.
$500.
I had no drinks, homo.
Remember, he bet you
welching
$100.
Welching homo.
Welching homo.
Ralph has reached a new low.
Cheating, welching homo. Fag.
Cross-dressing.
Oh, man.
Hey, it's getting very manly in here. Hey, Dominic, you're on the air.
I have to leave soon. I'm on my way to church, to thank God.
Now, Dominic,
what church does he fit in?
What'd you say?
What church does he fit in?
OJ Mask is here to bust your balls.
How can you see? He must be sitting on a phone book.
Hey,
the happiest day. Incredible.
Hey, Dominic.
Yeah.
You made a bet with Ralph.
Homo.
Ralphie Pooh.
And you took quite a risk there. You could have lost $2,000.
That's right. And Dominic was willing to pay.
Oh, yeah.
He would have paid his $2,000.
Of course.
The money would have been there this morning. And now, Ralph, here's the deal.
It's not Ralph. His name is Trixie. Trixie Sorella.
Trixie, listen.
My mom called up giving me a hard time.
What'd she say?
You said you were queer.
Just about.
Homo.
Your mom called from Florida?
She goes, the machine picks up. She goes, Raquel, are you there?
Raquel.
I'm like, Mom, I didn't even tell her. My sister did.
Everywhere I go, people were talking about it over the weekend.
Yeah, it was the biggest thing.
Dominic, you didn't even know who you had. We're sitting there in Scores, and he's like, who do I have? What do you get? How many points? You didn't even know what he bet.
Yeah, me
All he knew was you were going to be in a tunnel bunny
All he
outfit.
knew was I was going to lose.
Yeah. Now, Dominic, what do you want Ralph wearing? Let's review.
He has to wear, of course, the garter belt, stockings, a full skirt, the makeup, the hair, high heels, a box of tissues, and he walks up to the car and he says, "What is your pleasure, sir?"
What, Dominic, your car?
No, cars on going into the tunnel.
Total strangers.
Well, what a manly...
Where's the S coming from? I'm not going to stand there all night.
Oh, you'll be there 45 minutes with the
Dominic, I'm not doing it. I'm claiming temporary insanity.
You can claim anything you want. If you don't do it, you're dead.
What do you mean I'm dead?
That's right, you are
What
dead.
are you going to do if I don't do it, Dominic?
First of all,
He'll sit on you.
You know how I'll do it? Bruno will collect the bet.
No, you have to do your bet, Ralph, and you can begin preparations by making that call to Fabian.
Start shaving now.
Yeah, and get that hair off your face. It doesn't look girly.
You got to look like a girl.
Yeah.
It's going to be the greatest moment of my life. I'm going to be
Dominic,
there.
why is that the greatest moment?
The greatest moment is when there's extra bacon.
Dominic, if it would have made you that happy, I would have done it a long time ago.
No, I want to be there. And like a quarter of a mile ahead of you is going to be a sign someone's going to hold.
Dominic's greatest moment is when there's extra bacon. OJ Mask on fire.
Congratulations, Ralph.
All right, Dominic, very good.
Bye-bye.
Go back and gloat and eat.
Dominic's greatest moment next to Ralph is when he has extra bacon.
He lives for it.
Wow, what a manly day on Friday. We bet.
Yeah, how did that go? You left here after you had a massage day with betting.
Yeah, well, we were pumped up with testosterone because we had laid on the floor, gotten massages in here.
Yeah.
And then we bet manly till 11 o'clock. I mean, real manly bet.
How we bet.
And Jackie was like all afraid to bet.
Forced out of his corner to win thousands of bucks.
Stop that. Jackie deserved to lose. He said, I don't want to bet.
Yeah.
No.
You bet. You bet.
Why don't you take his money?
Why couldn't they make one more touchdown?
Maybe
Why
bet.
don't you take his bet?
Maybe call Nancy, see if it's okay. Yeah.
Where's my money, Ralph?
Yeah, he's talking now.
He's talking now.
Where's my money, Nancy? Shut up. Shut up. I don't have to bring my money in for you. For you tomorrow.
Anyway, so we had manly betting. Then we went over to scores.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable.
What happened at scores?
Well, all I know is we go over there, and there's like, they line up 40 women. 40 really good-looking women. Scores really has good-looking women.
They couldn't even fit in the place or something.
I know. Scores has really good-looking women, man.
They're just top of the line.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you everything that happened at Scores. I got to take a break.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'll tell you everything that happened after we left here.
Nobody died, no casualties this time?
Well, there's a couple of weird things going on, but...
Robin, during the break, you can sit around and guess how much funny money we spent.
Right.
Okay.
That'll be your job.
National bet.
All right, we'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show.
You're 17, not admitted without a parent. Starts Friday, February 3rd at a theater near you.
It's 6:40 at 97.1 The Eagle.
This is Al Michaels. Lest anybody think this is a farcical show, a fake performance, this is the real Howard Stern.
Hey, how much of a ripoff was Kathy Lee Gifford's singing the national anthem to a soundtrack? So I don't know if anybody yelled out my name there.
Did you notice that there was a lot of booing when they announced her name?
Yeah, she got booed. Everyone was booing her.
Yeah.
That I caught, and then I got all psyched up. I said, hey, maybe some people are going to start screaming my name.
But no, they were playing that soundtrack loud and over the public address system.
Well, no, they did you one better. What they did was, they actually, for the people at home, just played a tape. Direct feed. So you didn't even hear...
You wouldn't hear the crowd at all.
You wouldn't hear the crowd at all. The only crowd that you heard was what was on the tape. They kind of put some noise and stuff on there. Yeah, they mixed in a clapping sound, like a roar at the end.
Right, and then they had fireworks going off, and that's what the audience was really clapping for.
Yeah, right.
Not Kathy Lee.
All right. She looked demonic, didn't she? Ratso called me during the game. He goes, Kathy Lee looks demonic. I wish you got to go back and watch her performance. She was like, because when she was lip syncing, she was really trying to look like she's singing.
Oh,
and she went, say, can you see? And she was really getting into it. She looked demonic.
She's gotten that Anita Bryant stare.
Yeah, I know. Ooh. And she was like so psyched up with the hair going, and she was wearing a $50 outfit that's her new clothing line. Did you know that?
Yeah, she's making clothes for Kmart now.
Yeah. She didn't make enough money.
And sure, she has time to design clothes as well.
Yeah. Well, her and her business partner put that deal together. She has
I know they put the deal together, but who's designing the clothes?
OJ mask.
Frank doesn't beat her enough.
And I love that introduction. Here she is, my wife.
Yeah, Kathy Lee
Gifford.
I got to get a wife like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, say, can you see?
My wife doesn't do any of that stuff. I'm resentful. Hey,
with that pearly white smile.
Yeah, I know. Here's someone just faxed us a new magazine cover called Playberry, dedicated to Ralph. There he is.
Funny.
There he is. He's in garter and panty and bra. Tunnel Bunny of the Year, Ralph Sorella.
He's got his wooden tooth.
And he's got a big wooden tooth and a berry. Hey. There it is.
Looks kind of cute.
Yeah.
Oh, so great.
Tunnel Bunny of the Year.
That's all I cared about. I didn't even know what my bets were. I knew what Ralph's bet was.
This is entertainment for homos.
How did Big Al do that so fast?
I don't know. And it's by Mr. Zaremba. It's sent in by Mr. Zaremba.
Is that right? Mr. Zaremba's doing art.
Yeah. And there's other stories in here like Gary Delabate, Man, Monkey, or Myth.
This is the magazine.
Growing Bald with Dignity by Steve Garillo. Why I Like Earth by Fred Norris. And then another article on construction, Facing the Inevitable by Mike Ganji, with Larry Ratso Sloman helping out. Isn't that great? And Jackie Martling's joke page. Very nice. There it is, Playberry. Playberry. Joining us this morning, you might hear a muffled voice. That is O.J. Mask. The actual O.J. Mask has come to life.
Good morning.
We keep the O.J. Mask in the studio, and suddenly it has come to life. And there's much in the O.J. Front that we have to talk about. But I do want to tell you about our day on Friday. So we made a bunch of manly bets here. We got massages on the air. Then we went over to Scores, which is...
And how many of you were there?
How many guys?
Yes.
Hey, Gary, you have the guest list. How many guys would you roughly say were there? I would say about 20.
15 to 20.
15 to 20
Wow,
guys.
that's a big party.
And 40 girls.
And 20 owners.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed like all these guys from Scores kept coming up to me saying they own the joint.
There's like a lot of guys that have a piece of it, but the guy that gave you that kept coming back to give you the money, he's like the main guy.
Oh, is
he's
he?
Like the real deal. But the other guys do have a piece of it.
Well, what would happen in the past...
And they all have to come to your party?
That was the one annoying part of the party. Like, we were having a party, and suddenly this... You know that guy Rocco who called in?
Right.
Rocco is standing over me while the girls are dancing. I go, hey, Rocco, why don't you chill out and sit down, man? I really don't want a guy staring at me. He goes, hey, Howard, I'm just trying to make sure you get a chance with all the girls. I said, yeah, but...
Wouldn't you like to just see what happens on your own without
please.
somebody making sure the girls pay you attention?
Yeah, don't worry, Rocco. I'll handle it. I'll handle it.
Yeah,
I'm okay.
You just want to go there and be with your friends and your girl.
Right. I don't want... Rocco was sitting next to me half the party.
I noticed that.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what am I supposed to do?
Well, shouldn't Gary be handling that for you?
Gary never handles anything for me. Listen,
He's like, I noticed that.
Yeah, I know. Gary can't say, hey, could you leave Howard alone, Rocco?
I'm going to tell the owner to leave you alone.
But meanwhile, Rocco wasn't the owner.
He's not?
Well, he claimed, like, there's a lot of guys who say they're the owner, but I found out there's only, like, really one or two big owners who really have a piece of the action. It's not...
What Gary could say, he knows that these guys are always calling to try to get you down there. They want to make you happy.
Right.
Gary should tell them how to make you happy.
I know.
Well,
what
it's
is
never
it,
been
Ralph?
a problem
But
before.
Gary's sitting there.
Shut up, Robin. You weren't there.
Noticed. I noticed
I
that.
put on a wonderful day. Nobody has any complaints except for you, who was the only person who wasn't there.
I didn't notice that.
I noticed that you were being annoyed, boss. What is it, Ralph?
They were real worried, like, what was going on with you, and Rocco kept asking me.
I know.
And I said, you know what? I said, just leave him alone, let him just do whatever up there, and he'll be fine. But he...
Yeah, I know. They worry about me, and it's like, dude, I'm having more fun than I could possibly have.
You've already done your job.
Yeah, I've got 20 girls there, all like pigeons, waiting to be given money by me.
They're lined up.
They're lined up.
If you're having fun.
Yeah, and they want to please me.
It's weird too because like they have to present you with the money. It's almost like they bring it out on a silver tray.
Well, it's a big deal. How much money do you think? Well, here's the deal.
Right,
what happened is when we used to go there, we used to go to Scores, all the guys I brought would maybe bring $50 with them.
Mm-hmm.
So we would go there, and they'd have all these beautiful women lined up, but they're only lined up because they're waiting to see some high rollers.
Right, it's not because you walk through the door.
Right. So we're there, and like guys are tipping $3 a dance, and these girls got so pissed off they all started to leave.
Right, they don't do one bump for $3.
Yeah, I mean the owners are happy we're there because we love the place,
and you talk about
and we talk about it all the time. But the girls are there to make money. So finally, the owner figured out, I better just give these guys money.
Yeah.
So, how much do you think you had him go
All
through?
right, let's see. I figure the last time you were there, you said about 2,000 or something.
Right,
so
right.
This time, I'd say maybe 10,000.
Double that.
Stop it. He didn't give you $20,000.
Well, they had to. The girl.
Did he give us 20?
I think it was up to 20 by the end of the night.
It was 15,000. Well, it was 15,000.
Yeah, but it's not real money. It's funny money.
Right, but it's
real money to them.
Translates to money to the girl.
I hope so.
I understand.
If they're lucky.
I understand if the girls get, it's a $20 bill. I understand if the girls get $18 on the 20.
Oh, I see.
But that's still a lot of money.
Yeah, right.
So you guys ran through all of that money?
I ran through $3,000 in about 10 minutes.
So let me tell you something. I am in charge of distributing the money. I'm very fair. I broke it down immediately. I gave everybody $300 apiece, and then after that, if anybody needs more, give it to them. And there are some people that are real hogs, man. There are some guys
and
that
how fast do they come back?
There are some
like
guys,
who? Who's a hog?
Can I say
yeah.
You know who came back to me easily 7-8 times? Who? Your friend from IBM.
Oh, Jeff?
Yeah.
Really?
He kept going, and it's really funny to be like, the way it works is, they get to dance and they're like intoxicated and they're like, Gary, more money, more money.
While they're staring at the girl.
Yeah. Well, Gary ends up being like a heroin dealer, and the guys are junkies.
Yeah.
They're there on these couches and sitting there going, more money, please, money. I gotta get money because the girls will leave. But here's the girls will love you long time.
So wait a minute.
If you give them money.
Let me ask you something. Does Jeff dole out the money judiciously, or
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Every pile you give him to
See, but guys get, well, let's put it this way. Like a guy like Ronnie, the limo driver, he would go to Scores, let's say, by himself.
Yeah.
And maybe he'd come up with $100, $150, okay? You know, if he went there and...
Yeah, but he could only go there once a year at that rate.
Right, because Ronnie holds on to every dime, you know. And he works hard for the money. He's sitting in a stupid car waiting all day.
On his hemorrhoids.
Yeah, on his hemorrhoids. Right. His hemorrhoids are sitting there heating up all day. So, you know, Ronnie sits there and basically waits and waits and waits all day. So when he makes money, it's pretty important to him. But now when he goes to Scores with us and we got funny money, Ronnie goes, yeah, I had this great-looking girl all day paying attention to me. He goes, I must have given her about $700. And I'm like, yeah, everyone's a millionaire.
Oh, man.
It's $700.
I'll tell you something. It's a case study. What you're basically doing is doling out $15,000 and then letting 40 girls loose and saying, go figure out how to get that money out of those guys.
Find the money.
And the girls are so industrious. I mean, they're really nice, but the new scam is they see me doling out the money. They know I'm holding it. So the big scam was, listen, we were dancing for Ratso, and we each did 2 dances, and Ratso told us to come to you and get $40 a piece from you. But I think they were making it up.
Right.
So what I started doing was I said, okay, I'm going to go give Ratso more money, and you get it from him.
Right.
So I don't know what, but the guys don't care. Like, if you give it to the guys, they're just like, it's not real money.
Well, I know I had like 5 girls buried deep on, like, just dancing for me and going wild on me because... You know, they saw that I had some funny money. So, but it's
Do you stand there with the money spread out in your hand like?
No, I keep some in my sock, and then I have some in my hand, and then I go, ooh, I got all this money. So I used to stand there, and there's 5 beautiful women lined up in front of me. I go, girls, which guy do you think has the biggest penis in this room? And they go, you do. And I go, all right, 20,
That's all they have to do to get money out of you.
It's simple.
And it's
simple.
Howard's Jeopardy.
Yeah, right. I go, here's 20 for you, 20 for you. All right, now.
Good answer.
Who do you think's hung bigger, me or a black guy? You Howard. 20, 20, 20, 20.
So $100 every time they answer right.
Yeah. Then when this black dancer comes over, I say to her, oh, you've slept with black guys, right? Yeah. Don't you think I'm hung bigger than a black guy? Oh, you definitely are. Here's 50. That's from a black woman's mouth.
Well, the big
slam dunk.
The biggest hogs I wouldn't say hogs, but the guys who seemed to come back the most.
Yeah.
See, you never came back, but we gave you like 1,000 at a time. But you never.
Yeah, well, no wonder. I was swimming in money.
You probably didn't have to hold to the $300 limit.
300. I went to the 3,000 limit. Yeah.
Jeff Schick was complaining.
He was?
He was complaining
Well,
later.
he told me he dipped into his own pocket for about 500.
He was complaining, saying, you know, like there was a hierarchy and like that.
Of course there is.
You know, and that he wasn't getting, you know, I don't remember exact words, but he was bumming out that Gary wasn't.
You know what? These guys are all getting nuts. They could easily be cut from the party.
They're getting jaded.
I easily, no doubt in my mind, gave Jeff close to twice as much as I'd given anybody else.
Really?
The hierarchy is you get 1,000. Like Freddie and John and the guys that work on the show, I probably gave like 400 or 500 each, and then everyone else got 300, which is a lot. 300 divided by 20 is a lot of dances.
Yeah, but wait a second. You know what? Jeff must...
He gives it away.
He must give him 300 in the first 3 seconds.
And the guy that runs the place, Lonnie, said, guys, you get in here and you get nuts. It's 20 a dance. Because what happened was, the guys used to hold up the money.
Right.
And go, how much was it? And the girls would go, oh, that was 100. You know,
yeah, right. Yeah, snatch it out of your hands.
These girls aren't stupid.
Oh, my God.
But you know what I can't tell is what constitutes a dance.
Right. One song.
Yeah, but who can tell? You can't hear the music.
I'll tell you something. Believe me, you got to listen. They listen, and then they say, so you're probably so drunk on this you don't understand.
You want to know something? The next time I go to Scores, I want one girl at a time dancing one at a time for me.
Okay, that's the big thing.
But you are in charge. If you had the 5 girls over there, you could have picked one.
You couldn't get rid of them.
Robin,
I mean, they were like
pigeons on top of you.
Let me
Could you get rid of one pigeon when you have 20 on top of you?
When you got some bread?
Right. When you have bread, can you tell which pigeon is going to get it?
No,
That's exactly what it's like.
Robin, the deal is that they see who's got the most money, because they were trying to do this to me too, because they saw me holding the money.
Yeah.
And then they pile up on you like 5 at a time.
Right.
So if 5 girls come to you and they dance for 2 songs. All of a sudden, boom, there's $200.
But you don't have to give them permission to dance for you. See, you boys don't understand.
You know what it is, though, Robin? You don't want to get into something ugly. You know what I mean?
But you don't want to seem cheap either because they're giving you free money for Christ's sake.
You say, you know, girls, I love you all, but I can't pay attention to you all at the same time, so I'm going to let you dance for me now, and then when she's done, I'm going to take you.
That's
not a bad plan. You know what?
I did.
You know what? I'm going to do that next time.
Yeah, that's what you have to do.
Right.
They're not going to stand there as long as you tell them you're not going to give them money.
You're acting rational, and it's not.
That's true.
It's at a point where you're
Plus, you don't have a penis, and when you see like 5 girls dancing in front of you, it's hard to say go away.
They have the moves too, because I remember when I was there, they dance for you, and then you hand them $20, and instead of saying thank you and moving on or asking, they take the
start
20
again,
and they're standing there waiting for another 20. Like it's like, and you like give them another one, and
right. It's like the 20 is what their fee is, and then you're supposed to give a tip.
Howard, did you notice when they were dancing for you, right? When they would see, you don't probably even know they were finished. They would go, "Would you like me to dance some more?" And you probably just thought they were asking, and you'd go, "Yeah."
No, I understood what that was.
Yeah, it was another, but they kept going and going and going.
Yeah, and as long as you say yeah, you're paying.
I think it was Gorilla was sitting next to me.
Who cares?
Yeah, you had fun.
I had a great time.
If there's anybody in that group,
I just never know
pissed off or disappointed, they should be banned forever.
They're banned from the party. You hear one negative word.
Did you hear anybody complain?
No.
Okay.
Nothing like it in the world.
Listen to Raquel.
Right, Raquel. You're going to be out in a tunnel bunny outfit in front of the...
we work at Scores. Chippendale.
But anyway, because I always say to the girls, girls, I don't go to a lot of strip clubs. I hope I'm doing the right thing. I mean, it's like, I don't know what the tipping etiquette is.
Yeah. But you have to be hard-nosed and only give them 20 a dance.
I'm not hard-nosed. I don't know. I'm not hard-nosed. I'm big-nosed, but I'm not hard-nosed.
You know who was complaining, Howard?
Yeah.
Some of the girls were complaining because it really is like it's like the jungle.
Yeah.
You have to run and get what you want. If you sit back, you're going to lose. So one of the girls was complaining that she only made like $380, and she said, "These guys are cheap. They're not spending money." And I go, "Not spending. What do you think? We're putting it in our pocket?"
Well, you know what happens?
Yeah.
What happens is that these girls usually are used to, again, a celebrity to them is Charlie Sheen.
Right.
Who goes to the club with 4 guys, not 20.
Right.
And he will spend $20,000 among those 4 guys.
You haven't seen his last couple of films. I don't know if he's still spending 20.
No, he does.
Yeah.
No, you know what happens, Robin?
He's hard-nosed.
They know that we're starting out with X amount of dollars. There's like a downstairs area where there's food and everything, and there's an upstairs area.
Right.
You couldn't get every girl upstairs if you tried.
Yeah.
So what happens is the ones who are more industrious run up there, plant themselves in, and they do not leave that spot. Sure. And those are the ones who make money. And then some of the girls who can't get in, it's like watching 10 puppies trying to get mother's milk. They sit downstairs and they cry, and they sit down and they're all like irritated that they can't get up where the money is.
Why can't they get up?
Because it's just too damn crowded. It's just don't want to fight.
Really? Okay, the next time we go to Scores, here's what we're going to do.
You tell me, and I'll say, "Okay, girls, thank you very much. We've really enjoyed you. Next set."
Yeah, I like that. What do you think of that, Ralph?
Why that's not a good idea.
I was just going to say less girls.
Less girls, maybe 20
girls.
Don't you want variety?
Listen,
maybe he belongs by the tunnel.
Why did you get that dress right now?
Ralph's the only guy who cares if they leave unhappy.
Right.
Homo.
Less girls. Ralph's solution is less women.
I don't care if they leave unhappy. It's just there's so many girls I can't even concentrate. It's like a
What are
candy
you
store.
concentrating on?
Why would I concentrate on that dress?
Well, you know what the other weird move at the party was? Guys, I could tell you 3 different guys who just, got in a chair and had one girl dance with them for like an hour and a half.
That was Fred.
Fred was one. Ganji was one.
I go down. Fred sits by the buffet. Fred doesn't even go into the poorly lit areas. He goes into he stands in the bright lights.
Spotlight.
And I just came downstairs because I had to go to the bathroom finally.
Yeah.
And I actually just had to pee, not do anything else. But I really needed to do something else. But anyway, so I go downstairs and I hadn't seen Fred the whole night. And all of a sudden, I'm looking at the buffet, and I see this girl, rubbing up against some, she's doing her erotic dance.
Yeah.
Doing her thing.
Yeah, doing her thing. And I see some guy buried under there, and it's Fred in a chair, almost in a coma. And I said, I just said, boy, Fred's been with that one girl the whole night. I found out from someone else. And
I think we're engaged.
Yeah, and I mean, he just...
But that's how Fred is. That's Fred's move in every part of life, Howard.
Fred's monogamous.
Yeah.
There you go.
But you know who did that, too?
Fred, why'd you do that? Why didn't you experience some of the other girls?
I did experience some of the other girls, but...
What, was she a favorite?
There she was. Yeah, she was.
All right, hey, some guys get like that. Schick had one girl the whole night.
Well, Rich, who works with us, Rich walked in. I handed him $300, and that girl did not leave his side till the end, and he would come back in another $200. She did not leave his side for 3 hours.
Well, Ronnie, the limo driver, was like that. He goes, my girl was the best-looking girl. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, did you see that girl who was with me the whole night? I gave her $700. You know, now he's a millionaire. $700. And he goes, that was the best-looking girl in the whole place.
You didn't have the best-looking girl. Ronnie had her.
Yeah. But
how does that
who even knows what anybody looked like?
Exactly.
I have no clue.
You know, it was dark.
Guys always say to me they had the best-looking girl. I go, how can you tell?
You know what was really weird, though?
Yeah.
When we left, watching all the girls get into their street clothes and seeing them in the light is always really strange. They're all cute. They just look a lot different.
Right. Yeah, they're better naked. Yeah. Girls look better naked.
Yeah, I almost felt dirty when they were dressed.
Yeah, I know.
Knowing what had gone on.
Well, you should.
Knowing what had gone on. I felt wrong. What is it, Gorilla? Gorilla thanked me for the party like 900 times.
Thank you.
Don't thank me, thank
You know who
Scores.
the girls really hated?
Who?
They hated Gary.
Why?
Because he had all the money. They were all pissed. They were like, I know he's got more money. He won't give. He's being cheap. He won't give up the money.
Really?
They were all. I'm telling you, they were all ready to like kill him.
I was so fair with the money. I really was.
You didn't go home with funny money in your pocket.
What can you do with it?
What groceries with it?
Shut up, OJ.
OJ mask.
Baby Jackson's for your college fund.
There's $20, Baby Jackson.
It doesn't work.
Can you believe that Gary would go buy baby's milk with his funny money?
Yeah, right. Well, anyway, so that's what happened over at Scores, and then a bunch of us went to play cards because Harvey Leeds had us over to the Sony building to play cards.
Oh, yeah?
Right?
Are we allowed to say that Harvey invited us over there?
Yeah, sure.
He doesn't work there anymore.
You go over, the Japs have done an incredible job with that building. I mean, the Japanese, the Nips. The Nips have done an incredible job with that building. Holy mackerel.
Yeah, I've heard that it's really wonderful over there. So where were you in the Sony building?
We were you go to the top floor.
It's the Sony dining room. It's on the top level. It used to be, there used to be a restaurant in town, Robert, called the Quilted Giraffe, which was like a 5-star restaurant. They just bought it, and now it's private. It's just there for their executives.
So, you know, we get up there, and it's a real classy place. Like, even there's one whole room that's like a sushi bar. It's all Japanese now. You know, it's like they got sushi and all kind of cool.
So when you are in the Sony building, you're in Japan?
Yeah, you're like in Japan, but it's like unbelievable. Everything's marble, and they got attendants and all kinds of cool stuff. And we thought it was a pretty cool place, and we started playing cards. And we brought a couple of the Scores girls along with us.
Oh, you're kidding.
No.
Wait a minute. The card game is supposed to be no girl.
Well, who wrote that rule?
I did.
You did. We kind of brought our own sushi. Well, we just thought as a gift. We just thought we'd present a gift to Harvey.
Wait a minute, that would be sashimi.
Yeah, so we thought this is my one day of the year to act like a man, and I loved it.
You had girls at the party?
Just two.
What did they do?
Well, we had Jolene and her friend.
Do you remember Jolene?
Of course.
And Renee.
Jolene.
And Renee.
Oh, is that her name?
Yeah, so we were playing cards, and
what did they do?
They just helped.
I'll be your mascot, Howard.
Yeah, they served. They, like if I needed a drink poured for myself, like my Perrier, rather than lift the bottle myself, the girls would lift it and pour.
Is that right?
Yeah, because, you know, I'm concentrating on cards.
So who was in the card game?
I don't know, just a bunch of the guys.
How many? I mean, did like most of the guys from the party come?
Yeah, 10 or 12 guys.
I think 10 or 12 guys showed up. The regular card players, you know, Dominic.
But Harvey ended up throwing us out of there anyway because things got a little out of control.
What happened? What?
I don't know. We're not invited back.
What were you doing?
I'm sure it broke several Japanese customs.
Was there anybody else there?
We were singing karaoke.
We hope not.
We sang karaoke.
Karaoke with Harvey.
No, we got the music going and we were dancing and having a good time, but I didn't realize it's such a conservative place. So Harvey threw us. No, Harvey just threw us out.
Were then the girls naked?
No.
And it was time to go anyway.
It was time to go anyway.
They only had it open till a certain time.
Let's just suffice to say Harvey will never have us back.
Or will he be allowed back?
Was he in the room when this was going on, or
I don't know.
Did he hear about it and have to come throw you out?
We misbehaved. And I apologize.
He's not parking cars at the Sony
Harvey was
building.
so white.
Harvey was white.
Where did he hear this from?
No, it was fine. We were just having a good time, and then we got thrown out of the building. That was the end of it.
No, but where did he hear that you needed to be thrown out? Who told him?
You don't hear these things. You just know it.
You just know it. You just get thrown out. Forget it. There's no. I'm just telling you, we got thrown out of the building. That's all. It was time to go.
What time was this?
We were more welcome at NBC. Let's put it that way. We have a better chance of getting back in that building. Remember when we were thrown out of that building?
Yeah.
They like us better at that building.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Well, hey, look. So
you can't tell me what you did?
We didn't do anything. I think it was a misunderstanding.
The music was loud. There was some dancing.
That's all. That's all.
Oh.
Some people
Why did you go
people got on a table.
Yeah.
OJ Mask was on the table. I don't know what happened.
Sushi on the
With
table.
his shoes on.
With his shoes on, and it just we weren't appropriate.
Why did you go there as opposed to a hotel where you could have your own room?
Well, I'd always heard it was great up there, and it is. It's beautiful, but I don't think we belong there.
Business.
I know. I thought it was like a record company, and like Aerosmith and stuff gets wild there. And,
That's why Aerosmith goes to cut deals now. They don't get wild anymore.
Right.
So you were thinking that rock stars hang out there, so they must be used to all kinds of craziness.
Meanwhile, every strip club in New York is packed with Japs. But we bring our own strippers up to the Japanese building. Go figure.
Well, it's a place for everything in the Japanese culture, you know, and everything should be in its place.
Yeah, well, I'm going to do Harvey a favor and play all of his records today. Try and make amends. Easy, OJ.
I can't stand them.
Really, OJ Mask?
Yeah, I hate those nips.
The OJ Mask.
I don't know what they did.
Jackie, you missed a good one this time.
Sounds unbelievable. I'm trying to figure out what the hell went on that Harvey freaked out.
I don't know.
Was there any card playing?
No, there was card playing, yeah.
And so who won the card game?
Dominic, of course.
He was the house.
I got wiped out.
Really?
Yeah.
So Super Bowl was bad for you all around. You lost the cards, you lost the game.
I'm down at least $2,000.
Dominic took your money?
Yeah. Yes,
Really?
he did, yeah.
It was Super Bowl.
It was Super Bowl. Everybody got out of their mind. Dominic's going to give me back my money, though. I know it.
Somebody told me that Dominic was acting goofy, too.
Yeah, he was acting real goofy. Everyone was acting. I don't even want to talk about what was going on in that building, and I'm never going back there again. I can be sure of that.
You won't be working for Sony.
No. It's not going to happen. It's not in the future.
Oh, boy. Always burning bridges. The moment I take my eyes off you, you're burning bridges.
Burning buildings. So, but I was acting manly, you know. I didn't realize. I forgot. I lost my head. I was acting manly.
Is manliness such a turn-off?
Yeah. I love being a man, though. Isn't it great being a man?
Beat that wife. Beat that wife.
I came home and told my wife I was leaving her.
So what did she say? What time did you get home?
I got home reeking of perfume. I hopped in the shower so quick.
You hit the shower before you hit the door.
I smelled like a woman. I smelled like a French whorehouse. Yeah.
Did she say anything? What time did you get home?
Well, I got home about 7 o'clock.
Ooh.
And my wife,
did.
it was a long day. And my wife said, "Well, how was it?" Like she was mad at me.
Of course.
Honey, one time a year, I'm not home till 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, we're not talking about till 3 in the morning.
That is 3 in the morning to you.
Well, what happened was my wife was leaving to pick up one of the kids. So I saw her pulling the car out. I went in and quickly took a shower to get the smell of women off me.
and then to probably calm yourself down.
And calm myself down. I had to do a little something to myself before I exploded.
What time did you do that? 7:01?
Yeah. In the shower.
Do you throw the clothes in the hamper, or do you just bury them in the backyard?
I buried them in the backyard.
Just burn those.
And then then my wife came home, and she told me she was going out to dinner with her friends.
Thank God.
And I go to her, well, who are you going out to dinner with? I don't know. Like trying to be mysterious.
Yeah.
It was like, like I care.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, beat it.
Oh, listen to OJ.
I'll watch a movie.
OJ Mask.
Beat you.
She sounded more and more like mine. What's that, OJ Mask?
Beat it before I beat you.
She sounded more and more like my mother.
Did you go to the kitchen, get a knife out of the drawer?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you should have.
That'll get him in line.
Works for me, Howard.
Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, OJ.
I'll be out any day now. Some bitch. Mess around with that Jew.
What are you talking about?
He's mad about Nicole.
Oh, goodness.
I got even, didn't I, though?
Oh, you better be quiet,
He's
OJ
laughing now.
OJ Mask, you sure got even.
Yeah, sure did.
That's right.
Where'll be my knife?
All right.
Beat my knife.
Beat my knife. You can barely hear him under there. He's buried under 20 pounds of rubber.
Hey, come on, that's funny.
All right, so... Anyway, where was I?
You were telling me about going home.
Oh, yeah, so then my wife came home and said she was going out, so she went out to dinner. And I just got into bed and lay there unconscious. It was a manly day. Man, my whole life would be different if I was single.
Yeah, you wouldn't go home.
Every day would be like that. No, I would do that every weekend, and during the week I would concentrate on my work.
But it's also like a drug. You would enjoy it so much on the weekends that you'd say, well, it's Thursday night, it's almost the weekend, it's a short day tomorrow,
yeah,
stay a little nut late,
into the
and then it could
life.
happen.
Yeah, like Thursday, okay.
Because, all I got to do is get through till tomorrow at 10, and then I'm done anyway.
Right.
And then the next thing you know, it's carrying over into Monday.
Well, yeah. I mean, you might as well, because the girls have to sleep over. They have nowhere to stay.
The radio show live from Scores.
Yeah.
But
What a
then you
day.
wouldn't have the wonderful family that you
to visit them.
Yeah, I'd see them.
Wasn't it weird trying to play cards and like shift gears like that?
Yeah. Yeah, we should have spent the whole rest of the day at Scores. But did you get the feeling...
You never got to the point where you were, because when the plan was, the reason the plan was set up the way it was is you said after a while you'd get tired of that, and then you'd go play cards.
I didn't get tired, but you know what happens? After a while, the girls start to leave.
Well, the money runs out.
Yeah.
And but you know what was funny? There was a point where the money had run out, and a lot of the life had left the party, and everybody's just sitting around. The girls didn't know what to do. There wasn't money. They're going to get ready to leave. And then all of a sudden, Rocco comes up with more money. Everybody springs to their feet. And then everybody chases Gary like pigeons. And
You know what? There's got to be a certain, phoniness that you have to believe in. So what happens is the girls go, oh, you're the best. I love you so much. Sure. And then when the money runs out, you see the girls walk back into the party, and they're in the street clothes, and they go, I'm leaving this dump. There's no money here. They totally break the illusion.
Yeah, right.
They won't even say hi to you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't understand why you enjoy that.
We love it.
Remember
that the girls are running right after the money. It has nothing to do with you.
We love it.
Your money is gone, so are they.
It's a paid performance, and there's nothing wrong with it. We get paid to perform. They get paid to perform.
They're doing what they're supposed to do.
You're damn right. All right, you guys, clear out.
All right, you know who's our next guest up?
Who?
The new host of Talk Soup.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to give this guy 5 minutes.
Who is this?
3 minutes.
Yeah, 3 minutes, O.J. Mask. So, 3 minutes.
Was Billy at the party?
Yeah, Billy was there.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, Billy had a good time. I didn't see you the whole day.
You know what? I got buried. I got out of that room you were in because there was just too many bodies.
What, the den of iniquity?
There were too many bodies.
Yeah.
So I went down on the
I was
floor.
sitting next to Neil. Hey, but something weird happened at the party.
What?
Yeah, hey, O.J. Mask, let's address this.
Oh, yeah.
This was great. O.J. Mask was wild at the party.
Really?
Yeah. Well, because Gay Rich was there.
His boyfriend?
Yeah. So O.J. Mask ran over to Gay Rich and said, hey, I want you to get out of your pants and dance with me in your underwear. So what happened? You got him out.
He jumped up on that little cocktail table.
Yeah. And then he was on the cocktail table, Gay Rich, dancing in his underwear, and O.J. Mask sneaks up behind him and pulls his underpants off.
Really?
And Gay Rich is naked. And so Gay Rich got all upset. And then O.J. Mask, of course, taunts all homosexuals. And he starts, every minute going, hey, come on, Gay Rich, come on, service me, right here, down here. Come on, service me.
Are you kidding?
So anyway, Gay Rich ends up sitting next to O.J. Mask on the couch. And the next thing I look over, and Gay Rich is stroking O.J. Mask.
No. And O.J. Mask is leaned back and
with his legs
thoroughly
spread,
enjoying it.
Yeah.
No.
I think there's something.
Trying to convince that a man can do it much better than a woman can.
It looked like he was.
So you said, show me, right?
No, I didn't.
You got scared?
No, I didn't. He started to. We tried to.
Oh, yeah.
Better keep that mask on.
Are you kidding me, Neil? O.J.
Mask
is gay?
Homo.
Homo is right.
Gay Mask.
What was going on there on the couch?
There's no way this man's a homo.
Yeah,
No
right.
way.
What happened to your cold?
Well, the evidence shows differently.
No way. I'm as much as a homo as Jackie is funny.
Your blood type was found underneath Gay Rich's fingernail.
O.J.'s happy in jail.
I don't know. There was something going on. Hey, take off that mask for a second. I want to ask you something.
Look at that face.
Yeah, what was going on over there on that couch?
Homo. Put it back on.
Homo. He looks different now.
Weird.
Yeah. What was going on that couch with Gay Rich?
He was rubbing my pants, my crotch over here.
I saw everything.
There was a big thing sticking up there.
What are you doing letting him do that?
He was tricked
and why
into
did you want to pull down his pants?
Tricked into it.
That seems to be the thing to do at all these Scores parties.
You're the only one.
Yeah.
He taunts him the whole
It's a thing
time.
to do for you, Neil.
Neil, come on, you might as well fess up.
Gay Rich was doing something on the couch.
This man is not gay. Trust me.
Bye?
No. No way. Ralph, the only homo in this room is you.
Neil, say what you want, but Gay Rich wasn't sitting there stroking me, and I wasn't enjoying it.
Yes, you were. You were sitting right next to him.
I was enjoying watching you guys.
No,
yeah.
You were the one taunting.
All I know is I was sitting right next to Neil.
Yeah.
All right. First, he's with a bunch of girls. And this girl was
and he got bored.
Well, the girl was dancing for me, and she started spitting ice cubes down Neil's underpants. And then I told her to rip off.
Does that cost?
I told her to rip off Neil's underpants, and she did too. And I thought he was digging it. And then all of a sudden, what is it?
Gay Rich is on the phone. Neil's boyfriend.
All right. Hey, Gay Rich. Now we'll find out. Hey, take that mask off.
Yeah. Let's see the real mask.
Mask. Hey, Gay Rich.
Neil, I am so dating you. If this is not dating, I don't even do that on like 1,000 dates with some guys. So,
in other words, when you and Neil got into an argument that a man could service another man better than a woman. And then all of a sudden, when I looked over, you two guys were going at it on the couch.
Basically, yeah. And it would have gone farther, but he was afraid you were going to talk about it on the radio.
No way.
No.
Neil, you so said that.
So full of it.
The whole point of this is this would be one thing if they're having this conversation, but this is Neil doing this. There's 40 beautiful girls running around, and this is what he's doing.
You're right, Jackie.
I was just taunting him and torturing him.
Neil, how often do you get to go to stores and have women fight to be near you?
Not too often.
Not often enough.
Have you spend your time with Gay Rich?
All right, Gay Rich, what happened? You got up on the table and you started dancing, and then Neil pulled off your underpants, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Now that was flirting, right?
And so I was dying 1,000 deaths, but then Neil came to console me.
Came to console you?
Neil came over to console you, right?
And let me just preface this with, like, when I see him at the birthday party or when I talk to him on the phone, it's always, oh, hey, Rich, how you doing? Or we passing the hall.
When did you talk to him on the phone?
Yeah,
no, I mean,
talk to me on the phone.
No, I mean, like, when I was working at the office and stuff every day, and you would call.
Hey, Neil try to cover
and that's
up.
the voice that you...
Neil's like a gay basher, but meanwhile...
Because he wants it.
I go over and I see him on the couch with his legs spread, and Gay Rich is working on him.
Now wait a second, Robin. That was so real that
You got queasy.
Yeah, I wanted to get up and run.
It was so real you thought you got horny.
Yeah, well, whatever, but still.
Well, you would know, Neil. You would know.
All right, Neil, you're saying you're not a homo?
There's no way. I'd rather be dead.
Then why'd you get excited?
If I was excited, Ralph, you were the only one excited.
Come on, Neil.
Yeah. I'd rather be dead.
When are you seeing Gay Rich again?
They say gay bashers are this close to homo.
That's right.
So, Gay Rich, what happened? Because when I looked over, you guys were going at it pretty hot and heavy.
Definitely.
And you were definitely doing it, right?
I was so doing it.
And you like him, right?
Rich, was he responding?
He was so responding.
So full of it.
I was so...
You felt the chemistry, did you not?
No, I'm not kidding you, man.
The only chemistry he felt was me putting arsenic in his coffee.
Yeah, okay.
You're so angry with him, you want to kill him because of your feelings.
Homo!
Those who scream the loudest anti-gay are the biggest gay boys running around.
I agree with you.
Neil, you might have a thing. Yes,
I hope
Neil.
not.
Hey, Neil, no kidding. I never would have thought that about you. I always thought you were like,
I'm all man. You know that.
I know, but
Neil, I don't think it's anything to be ashamed of.
Really?
We've had this.
Rich, all I know is I looked over, and Rich is always a lot of fun at the party.
Yeah. Rich discovers every gay person in this group.
And let me say something. Rich had a whole bunch of girls all over him. They dug him.
And you still know gays. Rich
all I know is I just looked over to my right. Neil was like reclining on a couch. He had his legs spread, and Gay Rich had his hand in Neil's lap.
Yeah.
And there was some action going on.
And Neil had the look of love in his
And Neil
eyes.
was just saying, hey, you can't do anything. You can't please a man. You don't know how to...
To urge him to go farther.
I don't know, but I think Neil was doing it as a joke, but it might have gotten out of hand.
I was doing it as a joke. Would I do it in front of you?
Why is that a joke?
Would I do it in front of you? Because I was taunting him.
Why do you give him an out all the time? He's gay. You know he's gay.
What is it, Gary?
I started to question Gay Rich. At one point, he had like 3 girls around him, and he had like that intoxicated look on him.
Yeah.
And I go, Rich, would you try it once just to see what it's like? And he's like, oh, yeah. He was digging the girls.
Yeah,
it makes everyone nuts.
Neil, who used to be so manly, they reversed.
Neil went gay and Rich.
Neil went gay and Rich went straight. So anyway, but I just need confirmation. You were really handling him, right?
I was so no touching him.
Wow.
And you would say that he'd go for it, right?
His most masculine of areas was very much.
Wow. It wasn't a quick grab.
I'd rather have it cut off.
It was not a quick grab.
I would rather have it cut off.
I know. Let me tell you what I know. From Super Bowl parties past.
Yeah.
Neil pokes at women. He never really gets
right.
No affection.
Yeah, no affection.
He never gets a massage, right?
Or
Neil hates women.
Desirous. And
No,
Neil,
I hate gays.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. In his
Homos.
approach to women.
Ralphs.
Neil, you
wait
married?
a minute. No. All of a sudden, Neil is letting Gay Rich stroke him.
Well,
a girl can't get that close to
over his
Neil,
pants.
but a girl can't get that close to Neil.
People who live behind glass windows.
We're not talking about me.
We might need to get you a psychiatrist. You better put that OJ mask back on.
What about the
Lie detector?
Howard, Neil always tells me that I'm more than welcome, like during the summer, to come and take rides on his motorcycle.
He just got back into the mask.
You better take that mask off again. Do you invite him?
And he's asking me the whole party, oh, can I ride on your motorcycle? He was following me. He wanted to be taunted by me. He asked me to be taunted by me.
Hey, wait a second. You're telling me Neil invites you to go riding on his motorcycle?
All the time. Even when I was there every day, we were talking
I'd
about
rather burn the motorcycle.
Oh, Neil. No reason to say that.
That looks so cute.
It's so funny how the story changes.
Rich holding on the back.
So you're saying, like, Neil said, hey, come out to my house and ride on my motorcycle?
Well, he didn't say come to my house, but he's definitely like, yeah, during the summer, the bicycles are all closed up for the winter, but during the summer, yeah, definitely, we'll go for rides and stuff like that.
Neil's like a dirty old homo who's like trying to pick up young boys.
I think the real thing is I wanted to ride him over his head with my motorcycle.
You're so angry by your feelings. Just accept them and, be happier.
Ralph, I'd rather accept you.
Another thing, Neil, you're always yelling.
All right, Rich, thank you.
I love you, Neil.
You two boys have a wonderful time.
Take care, everybody.
All right, bye-bye, Rich.
Boy, Neil, I'm really shocked.
Take off that mask so I can see your face. What's going on with you, man?
Oh, come on.
Nell.
Come on.
Come on.
Nell.
Put this on me.
Were you
No,
drunk?
it's not
Could
true.
you even say you were drunk?
No, I was not drunk.
Neil, you were laying back and...
Come on, you got to admit that happened. You got to admit.
Rubbing my leg over here.
No, he wasn't. I saw where he was rubbing.
No,
I saw it. Neil, I was right there.
I know, but the thing wasn't
He was
there.
on your fly.
Why would that
But
be
my
happening,
thing wasn't
Howard?
on my fly.
What was that
him?
bump then? A tumor?
It was this part of
Let me
my
see. Lean
fly.
back. No.
Swear to God.
No,
I swear to God
I
he
was on your left. I was on your right.
I swear to God he didn't touch it.
Oh, Neil.
Then what'd you have down
I'd
there?
rather be dead.
Wait, but I wasn't there. Why was he even near it?
I don't know.
Whether he touched it or not, why was his hand on your leg? You are gay.
He sat down next to me and he's
He had
telling
his hand on your leg.
Neil, you have
Leg, he had it on his crotch.
But even if he just had on on your leg and you didn't get up, there's 40 girls and there's a guy with his hand on your leg. You are a fag. He's a fag. I have spoken.
Not true. Not true.
Man, Neil. How are you going to break this to your family?
What can I tell you?
I've seen him with girls, though.
I'm being crucified.
Hey, lots of gay guys who are hide and go with girls.
I can't believe my buddy.
Did you ever see
You
him
know
kiss
better.
a girl,
You
Howard?
know me better.
Howard?
What?
Did you ever? I've never seen Neil kiss a girl.
I saw him punch a girl once.
Yeah, that's
I guess
all
that's
you
close,
say.
But she punched him first, in all fairness. Used to be my hero, man.
Yeah, I still am. You know I'm old man.
You're a manly gay man.
No.
I don't care. You know what? I still want to be friends with you, even if you are gay.
Thank you, but I'm not.
You can still
Trust
come
me,
to all
I'm
the
not.
parties.
Now I'm looking at your beard and your haircut thinking like it's kind of gay.
You don't know what Neil does.
Like the little ponytail in the back.
Yeah.
You really don't know what Neil does for his social
Well, he's so
life.
short. He's right at zipper height.
Yeah.
No, I called him Saturday night. He was out with a girl.
Yeah, one night a
was his
week
name?
he'll devote to a woman.
Fred.
Not true. I am innocent of all charges. Judge Ito, please.
Now you sound like OJ.
You know what I mean? When we come back, let's just forget about
Have
this.
you
Put
ever
the
had
OJ
any
mask
other...
on.
Wait a minute. I just want to know one thing. What other gay experiences have you had?
Just the one with Howard.
No, earlier in your life.
None.
What did you do?
Just the towel incident.
Any little playing around with your boyfriend?
No, never. Never.
I don't know, Neil. You may be repressing
Hey, man,
something.
it's no big deal, dude. You can't help it.
Let it go. Let it go.
I know, it's pretty wild.
Every time you have one of these parties now, we discover somebody else is gay.
Yeah. Fred?
Gay Rich out those people.
Yeah, I mean, last time Fred ended up with Gay Rich.
Yeah, but I was drunk. We have to have another party just to see who Gay Rich outs next.
Neil, were you drinking?
No, I wasn't. I had a few beers, but...
That's gay.
Yeah, at least Fred had a .30 alcohol level at the time.
I wish I was drunk.
I wish I was drunk. I would have given in.
He was excited.
If he had been drunk, Gay Rich would have had him.
Yeah.
Cheap date.
It's a good thing you weren't drinking. That would have been it. You guys would have been making out.
Just trying to taunt them.
Yeah, right. With your loveliness.
How is that taunting when you lay back and he strokes you?
Wait a minute. Let me ask a question. If he's taunting him, that means he's doing that to entertain you guys. But you guys are busy with women.
Right. All I know is
he's doing it for his own.
I happened to look over. I go, hey, Neil, what's going on? Because Neil was like this. He was on a couch, and he had his legs up like this. Like this.
Uh-huh.
Like spread out. And then Gay Rich was...
But Neil had his head back like this.
Why did you say
smiling.
something?
Well,
it was uncomfortable.
If Neil
I just said, hey, Neil, what's going on? He goes...
gotten the impression somebody was looking, maybe it would have gone farther.
Well, I just said, hey, Neil, what's going on here? And then everyone started looking, and Rich wasn't stopping. And
yeah, so Neil didn't have anybody else's attention while he was doing it.
No, but Neil did say to me, hey, he's saying to me that he's better than a girl.
Right, I was telling Howard that he's trying to convince me that he was better than a girl.
Who cares if you're not gay?
I am not.
There's no excuse for that.
Who cares?
Maybe he was trying to be funny.
There's no excuse for even having that conversation, let alone him touching you.
When you're in a room with women, right?
Nancy, I'm sorry I went to the party, Nancy. I'm sorry I was with Gay Rich.
Oh, that really takes the heat off.
All right, listen, I gotta just do something here, Neil. When we come back, you get back in the OJ mask. And don't be Neil anymore.
Okay. The O-gay mask.
Yeah, go back to being a man.
Go back to being OJ. All right. Nobody bring this up ever again.
No.
Too uncomfortable.
Come on.
It's too uncomfortable. He temporarily lost his mind.
You know what? He was bedazzled by Gay Rich.
He taunts Gay Rich like a schoolboy in a schoolyard pulls a girl's pigtails. And
yeah,
it's his way of flirting.
Neil's whole life is going to play cards with you and calling Ralph gay. And now when he goes to play cards with you, everybody's going to call him gay.
Ralph's still king of the homos.
Yeah. I've never been stroked by some guy, man.
I'm sure you have.
Maybe you can't take that title yet, but you're vying for it.
You're a close second.
Ralph might be king of the homos, but you're close to
You're
second.
giving him a run for it.
Duke. Damn run for money.
All right, you just keep the OJ mask on. No one knows you.
OJ mask.
All right, let's take a break.
Man, oh man.
I got to talk about what's going on with the rest stop. I'm going to rip some guys a new a-hole when I get back.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about the OJ trial, but this guy from... I'll explain everything when I get back. Okay.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
Hey, Jackie Joke Man. Order your wild comedy CD or cassette. Hey, OJ Mask, I bet you Jackie sold a bunch of these.
Yeah, they're down to 99 cents. They're great coasters, by the way.
To order Jackie's wild comedy CD or cassette, it's...
If you turn them upside down, the cups don't slip off them. They're great. They're excellent. Funny guy.
$10.
He's a riot.
Hey, he just came back from Vegas. I bet he played to a lot of people.
Yeah, 4 people showed up.
$10 plus $3 shipping and handling. Jokeland special, buy 2, get 1 free. Call 1-800-323-KING. Don't miss Jackie hosting the Great American Strip-Off on the Playboy Channel. For the filthy jokes and information, call 516-9221. Remember, 516-9221 is not a pay service.
Thank you, OJ.
You're welcome. Hey.
All right, OJ Mask is joining us. Listen, I have a million things to talk to you about. There's some very disturbing news about the rest stop in New Jersey and Mrs. Whitman, and I want to read an article that appeared on the front page of the Bergen Record. But first, I did promise, Fran Shea called me the other day. She's the vice president of the E! Channel. And she says to me, hey, would you get the host of the new host of Talk Soup on? I said, no, absolutely not.
So then what is he doing here?
Well, she kept whining. I mean, and OJ, you'll like him. He's cute.
Oh, sure he is.
I'm sure. No, but I just said, you know, oh, here he is. Hey, how you doing, John? That's John. I got nothing
Homo. Homo.
I got nothing against you, John. I think you're a nice guy, and I'm no big fan of Greg Kinnear. OJ, please leave your hands off John.
Okay.
OJ,
He's already touching?
Yeah. Anyway.
How old is he, 7?
What is that, O.J. Mass?
How old is he, 7 years old?
You kind of look like Opie.
I know. I got a glandular problem. I'm only 12.
Is that right?
No. I'm 27.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
I knew this was a good... When Fran was like, Howard's going to do it, I was like, I'm telling you, he doesn't want to do it.
I really didn't because, no one knows him. Listen, how many people watch the E! Channel aside from our show?
Nobody.
10?
Yeah.
My family?
The same people showed up in Vegas to see Jackie.
And, come on now.
And the point is that I said, listen, let the guy get established.
Right.
I said, no one's going to tune in just because they heard him on this show. She goes, please, it would really help. It would show some camaraderie. I said, look, I watch.
Why is it every time you go into a job, you have to show camaraderie?
I don't know. Everyone wants me to have camaraderie.
It's like the corporate thing. They want you to cross-promote.
Could you get my car? I got to be out here by 9.
OJ, you want John, the new host of the Talk Soup, to get your car?
He looks like a valet to you?
What else could he do?
Wait, table.
He's a real funny guy, by the way.
OJ Mask, you're just jealous because you don't host Talk Soup.
Yeah, I might be, though. Listen, if you need me to do this to him before he leaves, it's no problem.
All right, there's the man. Is that the knife you killed Nicole with?
This is the knife.
Okay, cool. Okay. I was actually working that shift with Ronald Goldman before he got killed.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Were you actually a waiter?
I've
Did you sleep with my wife?
I've waited. No, I said shirt.
OJ made wife soup. Right, OJ?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
A piece of the head here, I think. I left the piece of the head in the
little
bag.
Adam's apple soup for...
All right, anyway, listen. So John got... Greg Kinnear, so talentless, it's not even funny. And I know Fran was like in a panic. I'll tell you the inside story.
Because Greg Kinnear was leaving?
Here's what happened. I don't know, about a year ago, when Greg Kinnear got that stupid job with NBC, when somehow NBC started to think he was happening, that somehow because he hosted a show of clips, that somehow he would be a great interviewer and could host a show of his own. Somehow NBC put that together. And I don't know, they got all excited. And they hired Greg Kinnear to host this show that... Have you ever seen his show?
Later?
Yeah.
No, I go to sleep at like 8 o'clock now because of the OJ trial. We got to get up at like 4 in the morning.
No, but
he goes to sleep at 8 o'clock because his mother makes him.
I get into my feety pajamas and I go to bed.
No, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You've seen his show, right? It's bad, right?
It's different now that...
Why?
Well, you know.
Tell the truth. It's bad.
It's all right. It's okay.
What time does he have to be on the school bus?
OJ, man.
There's a car honking out front. I got to go my mom.
You do look very young, by the way.
I know.
You do.
And I photograph even younger.
Right. Well, listen. Same with Robin. Robin's like 72 years old. She looks like a woman of 30.
She's the Dick Clark of radio.
Right. Anyway, this Greg Kinnear is so talentless, but somehow that show was good, Talk Soup. You see these clips of wild clips.
They had great clips.
So Kinnear starts to think that, like, he's a big star.
Yeah,
and Fran, who's the vice president of E-Network, starts to think he's a big star. So she calls me up. She goes, Greg's thinking of leaving. I said, so why would you care? Why do you care? She goes, I care because I don't want the ratings to go down. I said, you think that people are tuning in for Greg Kinnear? Take a look. He's nothing. This is even before his NBC show. I said, he's nothing. He's nothing. It's like you could have a friggin' monkey host that show.
Did you say, do you still have the clips, Fran?
What?
Do you still have the clips, Fran, or did they take those away?
Yeah, I mean, the concept is the show.
Just the comedy is
right.
in the clips.
You see, that's why I like you. You know that.
Oh, yeah. What a talent. Teaches nursery school during the day.
All right, OJ.
Yes.
Let me finish my thesis.
Okay, go ahead. You can go.
OJ's like the Jackie puppet.
Yeah, OJ Mass just is relentless.
Oh.
All right. Anyway, here's the point. It would be the same thing if, like, Al Michaels came in here one day and said, you know what? I can play football. No. Al Michaels hosts the football game.
That's right, and he knows the football game has to be there.
We know Al.
Right.
Al doesn't go, I'm a football player. Greg Kinnear started to think he was a talk show host.
I made the game great.
Yeah. That's what it was like. And I said that to Fran. I said to her, I said, Al Michaels doesn't walk in, I think I can play football. I've been hosting the damn things for so long.
Nobody would tune into these football games without me.
Yeah. See, so you're not a nitwit like that.
No.
I assume.
Not yet.
Not yet, anyway.
3 months ago, I was like a club comic.
What is that, OJ?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you were a club comic. You're a very, very funny guy. You're about as funny as Jackie.
I've worked with Jackie.
Did you really?
I opened for Jackie once at Rascal.
What was that like, opening for Jackie?
It was my only interaction was don't swear. You're not allowed to swear.
Right. Anyway, I've seen you on the show. You're funnier than Greg Kinnear. Much funnier.
Well, thanks.
Pretty soon he's going to be opening car doors.
All right, listen. So, he's angry because he's in jail.
I saw the last segment. I think I know why he's angry.
Yeah, right. Anyway.
Take those murderous eyes off me.
Listen to me. So, she starts panicking like a year ago. She goes, I'm going to lose him to NBC. I'm going to lose him to NBC. And I said, so what? I said, that show will have just as high ratings. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
In fact,
Is that proven now? Does the show still get the same ratings?
Well, it's getting higher ratings now.
Am
I
you
correct,
kidding?
John?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It is, right?
Yeah.
I happen to know that because I see the ratings because I know, we are the highest rated show on E. Talk Soup is always the second highest. And Talk Soup has increased. We've increased as well, but Talk Soup has gotten more popular since Greg Kinnear left.
See, I knew he was holding the show back.
Great. So NBC hires Greg Kinnear, right? And lo and behold, he goes on at 2:30 in the morning, and infomercials are beating Greg Kinnear. And suddenly it's like, what?
What were we thinking of?
Yeah. So even with that, Greg Kinnear now was trying to scramble back to E. He wanted to hold both jobs. He wanted to have the E job and the NBC job.
Yeah, I thought he was going to try to do
Conan's
that.
time slot.
What'd you say?
I thought he was going to get Conan's time.
Well, no, NBC got a reality check when they saw his rating. Conan is doing better than Greg.
Yeah, Conan's ratings went up in November, right?
Well,
what is up?
What is up? If you have a 1.9, if you get a 2, is that enough? I mean, Warren Littlefield's running around the country. Oh, it's up, it's up, it's up. Yeah, it's up. It should be killing. It shouldn't be up. So, Fran finally realized that I was right all along. But even with that, she wanted to hold on to Greg. She wanted to hold on to Greg. She wanted to hold on to Greg.
Everybody knows who he is.
Yeah, but so what? Some girls think he's cute.
Right.
I'll give him that. He's better looking than I am. But he's not funny. He's not funny. He's doing a Letterman-esque kind of thing.
And not well.
And not well. So now, all of Fran's dreams have come true. Kinnear left. Talk Soup's ratings are up. And John Henson is the new host. And he's just as popular as Greg.
Henson?
Henson, yeah. Like in the Muppets.
He's not related, though.
You're not related to the Muppets,
If I was, I wouldn't be taking a job on cable. I'd be relaxing off my inheritance.
Exactly.
Who's the sponsor, Clearasil?
What?
Who's the sponsor, Clearasil?
All right, OJ. Anyway, the point is, John, I wish you luck in your new hosting duties. I think this is good exposure for you. And he beat out 3,000.
What, is he on a tour? Why is he here in New York? Don't they do that out of Los Angeles?
I came back to pack up. I didn't even know I had this job. I went out there and they didn't have the thing settled with Greg, so I went out there like the beginning of January, and I was going to be like the permanent guest host who had taken over the show when he leaves, but they didn't know when he was going to leave or whether. So I went out there, and then like on the 17th, finally they announced it, and so now I gotta pack up my stuff. I gotta come back.
He has to finish junior high school.
I gotta take my GED.
Yeah, gotta take your SATs first.
My mom had to sign a permission slip for me to go out of California.
But there's like 3,000 people wanted that job. It's a very high profile.
I almost had that job. John and Cato Caleb.
Yeah.
I almost had the job.
Yeah?
O.J. Mask almost had the job.
As soon as I get out of jail, I'm taking that job.
He's incarcerated for the callback.
But there is some pressure on you in that if the ratings do go down, I'm sure Fran will blow you out of there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the thing is, if the ratings go up, it's the show. If the ratings go down, it's the host.
Right.
You know
so
what I mean?
it's a no-win.
What kind of contract did you get?
A really bad one.
Yeah, congratulations on that. No, I'm sure it's a 13-week renewable thing.
It's one of those things where they can me.
And Fran's real big on attracting women, and you got to get a lot of women viewers.
You should have heard the Newt Rockney call that Fran gave me last night for the show. She calls me up and she goes, "Hey John, it's Fran. I just wanted to let you know. I just want to wish you luck on Howard tomorrow. I talked to Howard, and he likes you. Everything's going to be fine, but he's Howard, and who knows? So she's like, things will be fine, I hope, or something like that. And the last thing she said was, so good luck. I was like, thank you very much.
Yeah, throw you into a pit of sharks. No, but here's the thing. I did speak. Fran said, what are you doing, OJ? Put the knife down. I did. OJ's angry at everyone. OJ Mask trying to stab the new host of the Soup, John Henson.
I'd be doing everybody a favor.
Put your hand down. I can't see OJ Mask.
It'll take about 5 minutes to replace him.
What'll NBC do for its next host?
Right. So the point is that it's a good high-profile job for John. It's a no-lose situation in the sense that, hey, who was he before? Right. You beat out 3,000 other candidates like Cato Kalin and other people.
I'm Willy Wonka with a golden ticket.
Cato Kalin really thought he was going to get it, too.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Get that bastard.
I think he still thinks he's going to work for E. Like, he was talking in the papers like, you know.
Yeah, I know.
He's in development with E.
Yeah, he might be in denial.
He's in denial with it.
Right. So, anyway, congratulations on getting the job.
Thanks.
You're the host of Talk Soup. You came out of the comedy clubs, and you auditioned.
Are you going to stay in the clubs, or are you going to make this your job?
No, I know what Fran pays. He's going to stay in the clubs.
Yeah, I gotta.
But maybe you'll get a better
It's
deal.
I'm not even getting paid. It's like an internship, I think. Over there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be doing a club.
Did you have an agent negotiate and everything?
I had my manager take care of it. Rory, you guys know Rory.
Oh, yeah?
Rory Rose Garden.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah.
I know
What
him.
a talent.
Is that a man or a woman?
It's
a man?
He was in here. He was in here a couple weeks ago with Brenner. A couple months ago.
Oh, yeah, I know him. Yeah. Oh, he's top guy.
Yeah. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Rory. He's a Jew, right?
No. Yes, he is.
Yeah, you're in good hands.
Yeah, that's correct.
Right, they're good with money.
Yeah, yours.
Yeah, yours. OJ Mass, are you angry because of all your Jewish lawyers?
Oh, yeah.
All right, well.
This guy's a real winner. Listen,
Shapiro?
don't get your school books.
All right, so the point is that John Henson now has the job. I'm pulling for him. Because it proves my theory.
For him too.
No, it proves my theory that John will take over for Greg Kinnear and do better. I believe. I've watched John. I think he does a good job.
There weren't enough clips on the Greg Kinnear show.
Yeah, do me a favor. Don't get carried away with yourself.
We've added more clips.
Have you? Good.
Yeah, well, see, because they used to start out the show with like 2 or 3 minutes at the open, you know, of just horsing around.
Of Greg Kinnear.
Right, and I'm, you know, I don't.
You're right into the clips?
Nobody wants to hear that from me, so let's just go right into the clips are the funny part.
You're smart.
You know what I mean?
You're smart. In fact, this Greg Kinnear started to think he was such a star that he didn't show the clips.
Yeah.
And you can't get carried away. The show is the clips. And as long as a little shtick, you want to do something, go ahead.
But around the clips.
And don't talk slow.
Yeah.
Just get on with it. Don't.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's what, you know.
And the facial expression.
My pace is so much quicker.
Yeah,
than
good.
Greg's.
You're
I
better.
had to add more.
That's why the ratings went up. You're faster paced. You got to know how to listen. You're going to host a show. You got to know how to pace it, right, Robin?
That pacing is everything.
Right.
How about no John and just clips?
There you go. What are you saying? Remove John from the whole show?
Absolutely. What do we need him for?
Very good, OJ, man.
Well, we just saved E money.
Yeah, right.
Now you can get that money, Howard.
No, accidentally enough, you didn't save E any money.
Yeah, East Cliff saving themselves plenty of money. And you realize you owe this whole show. Your whole show is based on angry black people.
It's unbelievable. Everybody on the show.
Everybody
clip on the show has neck movement.
Yeah, I know. It's very good. Yeah, that's exactly it. Girl.
You know, I like that. And then mixed with the, this very white guy introducing the angry black women is very good.
Yeah, it's always Jerry Springer or Richard Bay or somebody
or
introducing.
Kenny Jones and Ricky Lake. Yes.
Yeah, you need a good white overseer to make sure people are acting in order. Although some of the shows allow black people to host, which it makes more sense. But black people, if they got smart, they would organize and only go on black host shows.
Right, but no, they go everywhere.
They do.
They're not thinking.
But isn't it kind of weird? Like every clip that you play on Talk Soup is all black guys?
No, there are other minorities.
Really?
Yeah.
I rarely see them.
Come on, you got to admit.
There's every
you have
race
to admit.
You have to admit
it's a preponderance.
It's an inordinate amount of black people standing up in the audience lecturing and giving advice, too.
That's right. I would just like to ask this woman what she was doing in bed with her father.
Right.
Right, and then the head movement.
Right.
You are dirty.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you.
Hey, who are you to give me advice?
Listen, girlfriend.
Hey, what'd you say?
I'm stand up here and I'm going to tell this woman what she was doing in bed with her father.
Kick him to the curb.
Yeah, right.
To the curb. That's a staple.
She goes anything in pants just like he do.
I like to watch the black people yell, "Go Ricky." Go Ricky.
Oh, that dance
go
at the end.
Go Ricky.
Dances to her song.
Right after their lives are wrecked, they all go into that
Go Ricky.
song.
Yeah.
Ricky
Go
Lake.
Ricky.
You've got a couple of black people on stage crying. You got black people in the audience screaming, "Go Ricky," while the woman cries. Right. It's so wonderful. It's like gladiators. Emotional wrecks all up on that stage.
I don't know. I don't understand why these people they'll come on. They'll be like, I'm cheating on my husband. I have 47 lovers, and he doesn't know.
Right.
So then they go on TV, and like 20 million people are watching.
Yeah, right.
I think he's going to find out.
Yeah, just could happen.
They should call it welfare check soup because all the panelists are on welfare. Mm-hmm.
And it's like the audience is celebrating the end of these people's lives. When they start singing "Go Ricky."
That's right. They're over.
It's
And then Ricky Lake always has a move. What is it she always says at the end of, like at the end of every...
Well, it's not a staple. She says something that's apropos to what's going on the show. Like if everybody's cheating, you have to remember that if you cheat, it's okay to be cheated on.
Right, yeah. Philosophy.
Morality button up. They try to put a moral to the show.
Right,
They wrap it up into a nice little bag.
Yeah, so the FCC won't get on their ass.
Keep screwing up so we can have more segments.
That's right.
You got Ricky Lake, Confucius Lake. He who cheats on he will be cheated on by thee. I mean, shut up, you. Weren't you 2 minutes ago a fat woman who was in those what are those bad John Waters films?
Yeah.
Didn't he do that butthole?
Oh, absolutely.
Movie
Pink
Flamingo. Yeah, you were in Pink Flamingo directors' movies.
Divine ate dog feces.
Yeah. Wasn't that the movie about the guy who eats dog feces?
Go, Ricky.
Go, Ricky.
Go, Ricky. Feces.
Yeah. Feces. Eat feces. Go, Ricky. Eat feces. Well, I like you, John.
Well, thanks.
And I'm pulling for you because you
They
proved...
told you to say that.
No, they didn't tell me to say anything.
Come on, admit it. They told you to say.
All right, so I got slipped a couple of bucks.
All right.
Anyway, everybody, it's John Henson. He's the new host of Talk Soup.
For at least the next week. All right, John. See ya. Take care, John. Nice of you to come back.
You're the one that's going away,
Hey, I don't know.
I don't know.
You're not far behind. Come here, John. Let me just try out my new knife.
Say hello to my little friend.
And what time is Talk Soup on?
It's 9 Eastern and Pacific weekdays.
All right.
It's on it's on every 3 hours.
It's on all the time, isn't it?
Yeah, if you put on E, it's pretty much on all the time.
But
when I'm not on.
People go nuts for that show. It's got such a loyal following that
It
people,
does.
people really like. In the short time that I've been doing it, people have been like,
What'd you say, OJ?
12 loyal people. Is that amazing?
He's impossible.
If it weren't for that, I'd never made any chicks.
All right. Well, are you meeting lots of girls?
Just recently, people.
Yeah, when their mothers let them out of the house.
Like we did this convention on Tuesday. We went to the NAPI convention,
right?
And it's like this big cable thing, and so everybody's got their booths set up, and across from the E booth is the Spice Channel,
right?
And so like a couple of these.
The Spice Channel.
Is that a sex channel?
Yeah, you know what it is, right?
No, I thought it was like a cooking channel.
Yeah, I thought it was too, but then when he started talking, I said maybe this has something to do with sex.
It's like Playboy times 10. It's like Turbo Playboy.
Oh wow! So what happens?
It's like they edit hardcore movies. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so, like, these girls that are there in the booth, they're like, hey, you're the Talk Soup guy, I want your autograph. And I'm like,
And you're single, right?
Yeah. So I go over there, and they start giving me numbers and giving me their autograph and stuff. And then one girl actually gave me, like, her number and her real name.
Did you call her?
Yeah.
She was a tutor.
Did you go out with her?
I just called her. It just happened Tuesday, so I called her, and she left a voicemail on my machine. She's like, I'm back in LA. She wants to show me LA.
Isn't it amazing? As soon as you get, like...
All you have to do is be on
Do
TV.
girls like that ever pay attention to you?
I brought the pictures for you.
Let me see.
I got...
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, he came prepared.
Yeah, let's call her now. Hey, you're a good guest. Wait, OJ, you got to admit he's piqued your interest now.
This is what it was.
Finally brought something good.
Brand new. She said, like, bring some pornography or Howard's going to be on the show for like 2 seconds. So bring something that we can work with.
Oh, you're extending your time.
Right. Let me see what you got there. Let me see this picture.
All right, this is the girl that gave me her number.
Whoa.
And that never happened to you before. Nobody ever called you over to a booth before.
Well,
here's her number.
Nobody looked like that.
Hey, should we call her?
Yeah, we should. Wait, there's another girl we got to call.
Oh, this one too?
No. That girl didn't give me her number.
What'd she look like?
Yeah, but this is the one who gave him the number.
And then these are these girls from
Lucky
some other show that like out of Texas that gave me that.
Oh, look at this! All these girls.
Those girls aren't porn stars. Those girls are just like bikini chicks.
And you never got girls like that.
Look at you in the pictures.
Look at me. I bag groceries for girls.
Fran did you the biggest favor of your life, giving you that dumb
she
show.
shouldn't have to pay you.
I was like all nervous afterwards. I was like all shaken. They had to sit me down.
Wow.
What am I gonna do?
You're gonna get laid, dude. Especially when you go out to L.A.
One of those girls called me. Angie called.
Which one?
I don't know which one she is. I think she's the one in the blue.
Oh man, the one in the blue. I want her. I'm dating. That's it. Boy, the picture shut OJ up, didn't it?
Yeah, look at it.
Look at him. OJ mad. Hey, can we call your girl?
Let's call her.
It's early out there.
So what?
She's gonna hate me. Then she won't go out with me.
Who cares? I don't want to go out with you.
Exposure. This won't be bad.
I know. I know. I can't go out with her. But she was actually
You wouldn't
nice.
go out with her?
No. I mean, I would, but she was really nice. But
What?
Hey, Gary, get this girl on the phone.
Howard, I don't think you fully understand what the Spice Channel is either. It is major league hardcore stuff.
Really?
Are these girls stars of these movies?
It shouldn't even be compared to the Playboy Channel because it's just it's all shot on video and it's all just sex.
Is it like the Hustler of?
Dude, you better go buy some rubbers. Yeah, get her on the phone. I'll take a commercial break.
It's the Hustler of these movies.
Exactly. And then and then after we call John's new girlfriend, we got to throw him out so I can talk about Christy Todd Whitman.
Yes, he needs help.
Our audience must band together.
You must come to her aid.
I am so outraged. Wait till I do this rap. You must stay tuned for this because I need to speak to the audience about this. John, you hold on. We'll call your girlfriend in a minute there. Lucky bastard. How'd you know to stay single?
Date her.
No, I didn't say I couldn't.
Oh, he's going to date her.
Oh, I'll date her.
Well, he'll change. All those morals will go right out the window.
I'm new in town. Like you for a friend.
Hey, in high school, you're not a real good-looking guy. You didn't get laid a lot,
No,
right?
I was a dork.
Right.
OJ doesn't disagree.
He still is a dork. I don't think he's still in high school.
Well, OJ, you could teach him about getting... You got Paula Barbieri and Tony Catania, right?
That's right.
Are you serious?
Hey.
All right, let's take a break. John Henson is here.
One of the Muppets.
And we'll be back right after this.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
You know, we're sitting here talking to the host, the new host of Talk Soup, who I just realized during the commercial.
What?
He used to open for Jackie a couple of weeks ago?
No, not a couple of weeks ago. It was a while ago.
What, about a year ago?
It was a couple of years ago. Probably.
And now he's passed Jackie by, too.
Again.
Because Jackie wouldn't even talk to him during the commercials.
Oh, really?
So John was being a nice guy. He goes, hey, Jackie, how are you? It's really nice to see you. And Jackie's like, oh, hi.
Let's be fair. That was exactly how Jackie treated me when I worked with him.
Yeah.
So nothing's changed.
So now he's... Why are you being so hostile, man? So he passed you by. Everyone else has.
Hey, it's not his fault. Come on. I should have gotten that job.
Because I said to John, how did you get the job? He goes, oh, you know, I auditioned for it. Thousands of people, everyone I knew auditioned for it. And Jackie's sitting there going, fuming, you know.
I didn't audition for
Why'd they audition me?
They didn't call Jackie.
Right. Again, Jackie passed by. Oh, boy, there'll be hell to pay.
Well, maybe if you had an agent, Jackie, you'd know about those things.
Right. No, his agent...
Close your legs, Rob.
That's funny. All right, hey, on the phone is this girl John hooked up with.
Congratulations, John.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, don't have sex with him.
Tara.
Don't even date with him, Tara.
Hi.
It's Howard Stern. How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing fine. How are you?
Well, I was just talking to John, who's the new host of Talk Soup. And
Yeah, hi, John.
Hi.
And he's a guy who definitely never...
Listen to that. Hi, John.
Hi, Robin.
You don't understand something. That's a guy who, up until a couple of weeks ago, you wouldn't have looked at him. Now you're looking at him just because he's on Talk Soup?
Well, he came by me.
Yeah, but you knew who he was. You were asking for his autograph.
Yeah, I did.
Unbelievable. I can't believe you're going to get her. She's great looking. Tara.
Thank you.
Isn't she?
And what do you want, the Spice Channel?
Uh-huh.
And what do? You have actually hardcore sex on the Spice Channel?
No, softcore.
What do you do? No penetration?
No penetration. Isn't that a bummer?
Yeah. And you're calling him and stuff, and you're going to go out with him?
Sure.
What are your measurements?
38D, 25, 35, I guess.
I'll go out with you.
She's beautiful.
I'd love to go out with her.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I could do more for you than John.
Good job. You're married.
No, I'm not anymore. OJ Mask took care of that. Did you ever have sex with Greg Kinnear?
No, I haven't.
The wife remover.
Haven't. It's still pending.
Right. I can't believe this. You know, a guy is unknown. He gets a job on the E channel. And in 2 seconds, he's got girls throwing themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And you never got girls.
2 months ago, I was folding sweaters at the Gap.
Yeah. How old, was that really true? I believe that. How old were you when you got laid?
For the first time, 15.
Oh, well, summer.
20 minutes ago.
No, should be 15?
Yeah.
But you never had any girlfriends or anything, right? Be honest.
I did all right. I mean, I wasn't like... I got by because I could make people laugh. It wasn't like I was ever...
I can make people laugh. I didn't get by.
You got a few girls, too.
This girl, I did.
Telling you how bad off you.
This girl, Tira, would never look at you in high school.
I don't think I would have been her type in high school.
And now you're going to be... You would sleep with him, right?
Well, see what happens when you're on Talk Soup?
Well, you're going to go out with John, right?
Yeah.
Right now, every guy that I went to high school with is rolling over.
Yeah, not kidding.
They're calling in sick for work right now.
What are you wearing right now?
What am I wearing? Nothing. I'm in bed.
You're naked? You sleep naked?
It's 5 o'clock in the morning.
You sleep naked?
I sure do.
You ever get it on with other girls?
I sure do.
Hey now.
This is killing me.
Hey now.
What am I going to do?
How am I going to stay married, Robin? I want to get in on some of
You're
this.
going to stay married because you have to remember half of your worldly goods.
Oh, yeah, right. I love half my money. I love half my
Lovely
money.
devoted wife.
That's right. I love my wife. I love my kids. I love half my money.
I'll be getting out soon.
Hey, OJ wants
Yeah,
to.
you want to date OJ?
I don't think so.
Right, I'll be getting out soon.
Yeah, and he won't ever do that again.
my life.
All right, I want to thank you for speaking with us, and I just think it's absurd that you're going to sleep with John just because he's on Talk Soup.
Hey, Tara, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, they'll probably fire him soon anyway.
All right.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Bye.
hurry up before I get fired.
Right.
Bye.
Look at that. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Guy gets a job. It's unbelievable, isn't it?
It's like Christmas morning.
It's like being at Scores.
Yeah. Except they go home and sleep with you.
That's
I
right.
was in town Friday night. I would have come by.
Yeah, that's all right.
But it's the same deal. When that Talk Soup show goes, so do the girls.
Oh, I know. That's
Jackie, how outrageous is this?
You got to get why the getting's good.
How outrageous is this?
He's so young.
Yeah.
Oh, you bastard.
And he's not married.
Oh, you bastard.
You lucky bastard. I hope Fran fires you.
It happened to him. He's not
gonna
married.
fire me.
He's young.
Yeah.
Oh.
How did he know not to get married?
Wish he was gay.
You would think he would be like me, marry whoever liked him.
Yeah. That
You would
didn't happen to him. Maybe nobody liked him.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Good.
See, I would have been better off if nobody liked me. Now the world would be paying dearly.
You made the mistake of making somebody fall in love with you. That's
I know.
the thing I haven't done yet.
God, am I stupid.
Am I going to be all right with this girl, Tara? Is she going to tear me apart or what?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah, limb from limb.
Beat her a couple of times.
I'm not prepared for this. What kind of experience do I have?
Just smack her around.
You'll get smart real fast.
After a good smack, she'll be right in the bed with you.
I'm afraid I'm going to come back in here.
Yeah,
and
a
get,
couple of good belts.
All right, listen. John, thanks for coming in.
Yeah,
'cause
thanks
I
for
already
having
hate you. It's unbelievable. Look at it. He's going to get action. This kills me.
From Talk Soup.
From Talk Soup.
All right, I'll let you know how it goes.
It's not even like you created it. Greg did.
Other people's clips.
Can I
Not
have my
right.
pictures back?
Yeah, you can have them back. Here you go. All right, thanks for coming in, John.
Thanks for having me, guys.
I got to take a break. I'm going to come back. I want to talk about the OJ trial, and I must talk about what's going on with the rest stop. Things are going to hell in a
Things have
handbasket.
gone out of control.
I have a lot of stuff I need to talk to you about when I get back. And John Henson will tune in to Talk Soup, the new host of Talk Soup.
So excited.
And we'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show.
At 97.1 The Eagle.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. Once again, Howard Stern.
Look, I got plenty to say here, and I got to get on with it. First of all, on Thursday, Christy Todd Whitman, the governor of New Jersey, came in and made good on a campaign promise and said that she wanted to name a rest stop on Interstate 285 after me. Because during the campaign, Mrs. Whitman was, down on her luck, let's say. Jim Florio was running against her. He was a sitting governor. He was ahead in all the polls by a massive amount of points, varying degrees depending on what polls you read.
But always ahead. Never was she ahead on any of the polls.
He was a shoo-in, and in fact, Mrs. Whitman called into the show a couple of times, and I backed her. I liked her. I thought she was terrific. Thought she'd be good for the state of New Jersey. Now, in one of the conversations, because the show is never serious, I said to her, hey, do me a favor. If you become governor, I'm backing you now. And
all I want is a rest stop.
Well, I said it's a real long shot that you're going to win. And, hey, if you get in, reward your friend here, because I'm campaigning for you like a madman. Give me a rest stop. Name a rest stop.
Well, that was what you said. It was all I want.
It's all I want. I don't want any,
Don't do a whole bunch for me. Don't have to have me to the inauguration. You don't have to hang out with me.
Right.
All I want is a rest stop.
And it was all done in good, joking fun. And Mrs. Whitman, trying to show that she's a human being and not just some, just another cement-headed politician, said, you know what, Howard? You've been a good sport all along. You're with me. If I ever get to become governor, I am going to name a rest stop after you. Now, it just so happens that this woman also made a lot of other promises during the campaign. She said she'd reduce taxes by 30%. And everyone laughed at that promise, and they laughed at the promise to name a rest stop after me. Lo and behold, she wins because our fans go out and vote for her in droves because they're turned on by this rest stop notion. And they're turned on by the fact that she's saying she's going to cut some taxes. And I had said on the radio, if you're sick of Florio, do something about it. Well, how bad could Mrs. Whitman be? Give her a shot. If she's no good, you'll vote her out. It's not that long a term. So the woman comes in, and everyone's raving about her because she actually makes good on her campaign promises. Actually reduces taxes by 30% a year ahead of time than the schedule that she planned. And now when she's on a roll, they're talking about her as a vice presidential nominee and everything. She says, hey, by the way, I got to remember my campaign promise. Yeah. Let's have some fun and name a rest stop after Howard Stern. Now, this is a woman who could have forgotten the fact that she made that promise. And quite frankly, she could have forgotten it.
Obviously, a very busy woman, right. A lot on her mind. She's working hard.
And I certainly wasn't pressing her to do it, but she said, hey, let's have a little fun. And there's nothing wrong with having a little fun. Everything in life is a little too serious right now. Things are getting heavier and heavier by the day. The biggest TV show right now the biggest TV program on television right now is the O.J. trial, yeah. Where we're sitting and watching a guy who killed two people.
Wait a minute.
Sorry, O.J.
That's alleged.
Alleged, right.
It was an accident. I tripped.
Okay. So the point is, this is a woman who's terrific. So...
And there's something to be said for keeping the little promises as well as the big promises. That she's thinking about everything she said.
So I tune in. I was watching TV, and I happened to scan by Channel 13, which is the public television here in New York. And I never watch it. No one watches it. It's an outrage that we have to pay for Channel 13, but we do. Maybe that'll change now. But I scanned by, and I see Mrs. Whitman up there, and I caught the very end of it. Is this the tape?
No, this is actually Eyewitness News.
All right, well, I'm going to get to that in a second. And I see Mrs. Whitman getting a really hard time. And I said, oh, it couldn't be about me. It's such a stupid thing. And she started saying, I named the rest stop after Howard Stern, and she started defending it. They were giving her a hard time. Now, I don't have tape of this. If anybody has tape of this, I don't think anybody watches Channel 13, but
no,
if you
nobody
do...
tapes it, nobody watches
Yeah, I didn't get it on tape because I caught the end of it, but it appeared that they were giving her a hard time. I didn't even put a second thought into it.
I don't even think Channel 13 tapes what they do.
In fact, when Mrs. Whitman was here, we got a call from all of the different networks and different channels, local channels here, asking for tape of Mrs. Whitman naming the rest stop after me on the air. Could they have it for the news? And I never give out tape, Robin. I make it a rule not to give out tape. I said, what the hell? It'll be funny. I gave him a little clip, right? My father tells me he was watching ABC News. Mm-hmm. They took the clip and they fried my ass. They went out on the street. They took the clip. I'm going to play it for you. They took the clip. Then they go out on the street. And they ask people about the rest. Every negative comment they can find. There's no... In other
nobody
words,
liked it.
Nobody liked it. They couldn't find anybody who liked it. They fried my ass. Robin, I swear to you now, if you don't make me stick to this, you remind me of this day.
Okay.
The next time we get a call from any channel, I don't care if it's the E channel, the F channel, the G channel, the goddamn H channel.
We're never giving any tape again.
We are not giving tape. I refuse to give tape. You know why? Because it's a lose-lose proposition. If I give these rat Jap bastards a tape, they turn around and burn me with it.
That's amazing that they call here for the merchandise.
You take something...
They get it, and then they screw you.
You take something light and frivolous, like a bathroom being named after me. This is a dumpy bathroom. You wait till I read you the articles. The front page of the Bergen Record... Whitman scrambles to defend Stern tribute. Look at the nonsense here. Anything, you see, Mrs. Whitman didn't realize anything that contains my name is so highly charged and controversial.
I also heard it made the front page of the Philadelphia Inquirer.
I haven't seen that.
Friday?
I haven't seen that one. This is an article from the
Daily News.
Daily News. And I'm going to read this, too. Stern rebuked by now, National Organization for Women. Where was the National Organization of Women when Mrs. Whitman was running? Our female candidate.
They wouldn't have gotten her elected.
No, they didn't move to get her elected. They backed Florio. Don't forget. You would think she was replacing the Statue of Liberty with a picture of me. The way they're carrying on. Hey, here's Channel 7 News. And they have the balls to call me up for a piece of tape. Why do I fall into that trap? Why am I such a good guy? What's wrong with me? Imagine this woman.
You always underestimate these people's power to turn a nice thing into a bad thing.
These effing creeps who are so-called media brothers, they're all full of crap. When I got fined by the FCC, not one of them stood up for me.
Still haven't.
No.
Fines are still there.
I'm madder than you, OJ.
No, you're not.
Let me tell you something. This is an outrage. And I'm not sure... I'm not sure what the intent here is. In other words, Mrs. Whitman has done such a good job as governor. They want to attack her, don't you see? They want to bring her down.
They're looking for any flaw they can find.
And that bald creep, Bob Grant, someone called me up at home. I never talk about that schlub because, quite frankly, that guy doesn't have the balls of a fly. I'll kick his ass. Let him come down here. I'll fight him right now. That old bat.
What did he do?
Evidently, he's on the air screaming about me. You know, Mrs. Whitman backed off from him because he's a racist.
Yes, but she's been back on his show. She came back.
So Grant should kiss my effing feet.
And he knows that.
This is a guy whose career was over. He used to call me when I was at NBC. I was on against him. He goes, "You're killing me. You're killing me." The guy's career was over. He was afraid to say anything controversial. I remember he was working for WOR. RKO came under fire for his program. The guy completely shut up, stopped talking about anything controversial, went back to WMC, changed his politics, became a liberal, and sat there wallowing in his low ratings for years.
We did him a favor by coming to mornings. That's why he has a career at all.
I came back on the air in New York, and all of a sudden, all the program directors got brave. They said, "Uh-oh, we better..." So they unleash Bob. Bob, you pussy bald bastard. I'll pull that damn weave off your head and expose you for what you are.
So what did he say?
He was Mrs. He's on there giving the harangue. He better shut his mouth. Bob, you're my bitch.
Was it a bad thing for her to do this? He said that too?
Bob, I'll make your life so miserable you won't know which way your hair weave is spinning. You old freak. You coward. You cowardly freak. Pussy-ass nose job. The guy's got a nose job and a hair weave, and he still looks like a piece of garbage. You pussy, get down here. I'll kick your ass right now. You give that woman a hard time, you nitwit fool. Everyone, you know what?
All he has to do is worry about how she runs the state.
All these damn disc jockeys are jealous of my success.
That's right. That's the only thing that's peeving Bob.
Yeah, don't worry about me, Bob. You're lucky you have a career.
He forgot to ask for a rest stop because he hadn't listened to the show.
Bob, if I didn't come to New York and rescue you and sit there and show program directors that it's okay to be controversial, you'd still be sitting there like the pussy whip bastard that you are. You don't have to worry about me, you freak. And why didn't you admit to people? Why don't you take that thing off your head? You freak. Everyone in the world can see it's not real. Loser. Nose job. Nose job looks like a woman. The big baggy skin under the chin. Burt Reynolds thinks your wig looks goofy. Trying to keep it a secret.
Yeah, he always says it's
freak. I'll talk about you every day till you're so miserable you can't walk out on the street. You nincompoop. How dare you?
Mother dear.
Mother dear. Everybody jumping on the bandwagon of this woman.
So that's all Bob could do, follow the crowd.
Here's ABC News. If they ever call again for one piece of tape...
let's keep a list.
Don't call me and ask for tape if you're going to burn me with it. Even my old man says to me, he goes, what's with you? He says, why are you giving them tapes? He says, all they're going to do is use it against you. I said, you're right. What am I being cooperative for? Why do I always get sucked in?
This time you didn't think there was a possibility.
No, I just thought it was a nice, light story, and I thought it would, would just be something
simple and cute.
Yeah.
Tonight it might come as a surprise, maybe not, that New Jersey is naming a rest stop in his honor. It all began with a campaign promise by the then gubernatorial candidate, Christine Todd Whitman. Norma Shanek has the story.
Governor Whitman says she's making good on another campaign promise. During an early morning visit to the controversial Howard Stern radio show, Whitman told the shock jock she planned to name a rest area on Route 295 in Burlington County in his honor. Stern wanted one on the turnpike, but that wasn't possible.
This is the first rest stop on the southbound area that we are dedicating to Howard Stern.
Ooh.
This is what it's going to look like.
Look at that.
Because 295 is an interstate highway, technically New Jersey doesn't have the right to name this rest stop. So what the governor plans to do is to put a plaque here honoring Howard Stern.
He certainly went out of his way to endorse me during the campaign. We talked about this. I said we'd do it. We'll put a plaque up at this particular rest stop, and I really don't think it's a major issue.
This is what the plaque will look like. But reporters wanted to know if the state should honor a man many consider vulgar and racist.
Come on, let's not get ridiculous about this. It's not giving him a state sanction any more than George Pataki's appointing him as a commissioner to a highway or a road commission at $1 a year.
You know what's driving people crazy? I'm going to tell you what's driving people crazy. I said to Robin on the air and off the air a couple of years ago when this FCC nonsense started, I said, I got to get involved in politics. I got to start getting involved. I've got to make inroads into like supporting candidates, backing candidates so that when they get in office, they know who their friends are and they know that we represent a large voting constituency.
That's right.
That our listeners aren't just some nameless, faceless imbeciles.
And you got to start making it known.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you used to just back candidates. You never asked for anything.
Nothing.
You never did anything.
And I said, we got to make it known. I want President Clinton to know if he doesn't do something about the FCC, he's gone. He's going to lose millions of votes. Millions. Not thousands, millions. We're on all over the country, and we're going to continue to increase stations. We have lots of stations coming up. And I'm going to tell you something. I did it on purpose. It was a conscious decision by me that we had to start backing candidates and really get serious about it. I mean, when we back a candidate, we go full to the max out.
Yeah, it's not a partial endorsement.
Right.
It's not a lukewarm endorsement.
Yeah, and it's not some goof. We sit there, we analyze the facts the way it serves us, and then our audience votes. And it's starting to piss some people off.
Well, yeah, that we have this power.
Yeah.
That it actually happens.
Yeah, that Mrs. Whitman is the governor because of us. It pisses him off. It pisses him off that Pataki won because of us. And it pisses him off that Senator D'Amato won because of us.
Oh, they were pissed that you were at the inauguration.
Yeah, that drove people nuts.
Exactly what I found in all those articles.
Within the last 3 weeks, they've seen me sitting next to the governor at his own inauguration, more prominent than anyone else there. And they've seen me get a rest stop named after me by the governor of New Jersey.
Hey, Howard, guess what they can see you do right now?
What?
Guess who? This is just total coincidence, I swear. Congressman Serrano was here. Remember after you saved the guy from jumping off the bridge?
Yeah.
He had that thing put in the congressional record.
Oh.
Sort of an honor. And he brought up a plaque of a replica of what's in the congressional record, honoring the fact that you saved the guy from jumping off the bridge.
Well, hold on. I want to keep talking for a second, then bring in Congressman Serrano.
But, I mean, all the politicians dig you.
Well, no. Not all. Get out of here. Look, I'm in the middle of talking, please. All the politicians don't dig me. That's the problem. That's my problem, Baba Booey. Baba Booey. Baba Booey.
Baba Booey's one guy.
All the politicians dig you. No, Congressman Serrano digs me. My problem is Jesse Helms doesn't and keeps me out of markets like Georgia. Freak. Will someone explain the show to Baba Booey? Would you give him a lesson in the show?
I certainly can't teach him politics.
So we're starting to flex our power as a show, and now it's starting to piss some people off. So now they're going to take it out on the governor of New Jersey. I wish the hell she never even named the rest stop after me.
Yeah, because we certainly didn't mean to cause her this kind of trouble.
Yeah, well, what now the woman will be deathly afraid of even mentioning my name.
He does. Stern, of course, has legions of fans.
He's well known, and I think he ought to have something better than a truck stop named after him.
But not everyone believes he deserves such an honor.
I think he should have a toilet named after him.
Think this is kind of appropriate or what?
For him, I guess. Truck stop fits.
Yeah, nice piece.
For him. Because he's scum.
Yeah, nice piece.
I wonder what this guy does in his personal life. Let's go.
I'm scum. Nice piece. ABC, I'll give you tape when I die. No, I'm going to write it into my will that my wife can't give you any tape from me.
Let's make sure that they never get to any press conference
Nothing.
or anything that we ever do again.
Close them out. Who needs them? I don't need any of these press guys.
If this is how low she would have to stoop, then what else is she going to do?
Howard Stern.
Yeah. Oh, if this is how low she has to stoop, what else is she going to do? You know what, honey? They should. You know what? Mrs. Whitman should resign today, and you could have Florio back again. How's that? And ABC News. The only people they could find are those two. I bet you they had to do. I'd like to see the raw tape. Let them come down here with the raw tape. I bet you they had to interview 900 people to get those two. And they know that's true.
What's the scientific survey?
You go out and find some negative people. What happens if you go out and the first 100 people you interview go, hey, it's great?
Don't do that, Pete.
Just keep going until you find someone who's negative. You know, they're missing the point, too. The point of the piece is Mrs. Whitman makes good on a campaign promise. This guy backed her when no one else did.
Isn't that the news? In general, don't we say politicians don't keep campaign promises? That's what we've been saying for years. This woman kept a promise.
If it was anything else, the piece would be, hi, I'm Tappy Phillips. Guess what? Mrs. Whitman not only kept her promise to decrease taxes, she kept her promise to a man who backed her. Hey, Howard Stern, here's a bathroom named after you. And a lot of Howard's fans are grateful. Yeah, she kept her word again. Mrs. Whitman, great lady. That you'll never see on the news. And I'll bet you there were more people who said that than anything.
Famous for his trash mouth and bathroom humor. He's not expected to clean that.
Yeah, honey, what are you famous for? I don't even know who you are.
Mouth and bathroom.
And what is she famous for? For reading off a teleprompter? I think the OJ mask died.
I know.
No. He knows to keep quiet now. I'm just afraid he'll suffocate under that mask and we wouldn't know it.
I know he's burning up.
You know, we're talking about naming a toilet after me, not a cancer clinic.
That's soon, but now that his name will be identified with a rest stop, maybe he can at least clean things up here. I'm Nora Mushanek for Channel 7.
Nora Mushanek. Nice job. I'm glad you went to journalism school. That was a very fair piece. Nora Mushanek. And you wouldn't have had a piece. If I didn't give them the tape, they wouldn't have had a piece. They wouldn't have had a piece. What a dope I am. I'd take the award for Dope of the Year. But you know what? I'm one dope who learns from his stupid mistakes. At least I might be dopey, but I'm not that dopey.
I feel really bad for the governor.
I do, too. I really feel bad for her. And look at this. I'm sorry, yes?
I even read in one of the articles that some of the other people who work in the state are saying, yeah, we hope he doesn't come down here for the dedication.
Yeah. Isn't that great? You know what? Screw it. I won't go down there.
I wouldn't put too much in that.
Just when you thought Howard Stern couldn't get into any more trouble, New Jersey Governor Christie Whitman's decision to dedicate everything's got to be so damn serious. To dedicate a Burlington County rest stop after the Raunch and Roll radio host has caused the state women's organization to go ballistic. The New Jersey chapter of the National Organization for Women on Friday. This is a chapter you don't hear about from anything. You never even read about them.
Nobody goes to them for anything. All of a sudden now they've got their name in the paper.
Right. Does anyone remember how to smile? Is everyone so friggin' serious? This is an organization that, let me tell you something that they should be worrying about. The National Organization for Women out of New Jersey ought to contact O.J. Simpson's first wife and say to her, listen, what's the matter with you?
Yeah.
What are they Be quiet. What are they paying you to keep quiet? Your husband used to beat you. There's a woman laying dead from your husband killing her. Why don't you step up on the stand and talk about how he used to beat you? Now, she's keeping quiet. Why don't they worry about that? National Organization for Women, kiss my ass. I think their brains fell out of their vaginas. The New Jersey chapter of the National Organization for Women on Friday sent an open letter to Whitman. Where's the open letter to O.J.? Asking her to rescind her decision about the rest stop on Route 295 South in Springfield Township. Oh, so now they represent all women. We have many women who listen to this show.
I'm not opposed to the rest stop.
Quote, to Howard Stern, women are primarily sex objects for his own amusement.
Do they know you?
Yeah.
This I also resent, them telling the world who you are.
It is inappropriate and counterproductive to pay tribute to someone who berates and demeans individuals on the basis of their gender, race, religion, national origin, age, disability, or sexual orientation. Whitman reacted forcefully to questions posed to her Friday about the rest stop. Quote, I made a commitment during the campaign to designate a rest stop in his honor, and I've done it, and that's that, Whitman said. Where was the National Organization for Women during the campaign? Why weren't they backing Mrs. Whitman?
They weren't with her.
They weren't with her. They were backing a guy who did nothing for women, didn't reduce women's taxes. There are women every day who have to work and support a family, and they're single mothers. They didn't do a damn thing. And I got to sue this group for slander.
Absolutely.
They have the power to define you now?
Yeah, that's their power. This is McCarthyism. I don't even know what that means. I just yell it all the time. Whitman reacted forcefully to questions posed to her Friday about the rest stop. Look what this woman's got to go through. I've done it, and that's that, Whitman said. I'm not condoning what he says or does or anything more than that. And it shouldn't be looked on as anything more than that. During her first year in office, Whitman has spoken out against hate and intolerance. Well, who do I hate?
Well, that's the whole point. They don't know you at all.
Earlier this year, Whitman asked shop owners along the shore to stop selling a T-shirt that was offensive to gays. She also visited an Allentown high school after racist graffiti had been sprayed on the walls. So who's racist here? Oh, I'm a racist?
That I consider slander.
Look at this. Front page of the Bergen Record. Whitman scrambles to defend Stern tribute. Governor Whitman basked in the national spotlight Tuesday as she delivered the Republican rebuttal to President Clinton's State of the Union address. 3 days later, she was back in the spotlight. This time, however, Whitman's decision to name a highway rest stop after a radio talk show host known for racial, sexual, and scatological humor ignited denunciations from a feminist group that endorsed her election in 1993 and from an African-American leader who labeled her a racist. She had a terrific week, said Norman Ornstein, a Washington political analyst. This was not a good way to end. Oh, for God's sakes. In testy comments to reporters Friday, Whitman wondered why people are angry about her decision to name a rest stop on Route 295 in Burlington County after Howard Stern. I think women and racial minorities in this state should be outraged, said Walter Fields, Jr., political director of the New Jersey chapter of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. We are insulted. In my eyes, Christy Whitman is a racist, plain and simple. Look at this guy. Everyone's a racist.
Yeah, everybody's got a label.
Yeah, everyone's a racist to these guys. National Association of Colored People.
Now, he bases that on what?
Who knows? Now she's a racist. And black guys yelling racist is like, yo, that's the kiss of death. Well, okay, I guess I am.
Word weapons.
Yeah, word weapons. She should ignore them. Rita Manos, Whitman's press secretary, called Field's statement so despicable it is beneath comment. Other groups are upset. In an open letter, Mira Terry, the president of New Jersey's chapter national, probably the first time she's seen her name in the paper.
She's excited.
Yeah.
She's doing her clippings now.
Yeah, right. Oh, I'm in the paper.
I got to start a scrapbook.
Unbelievable. A phone call to Stern's office Friday was not returned. Of course not. I was at Scores. But on Friday morning, he opined on the air about Whitman's physical appearance. Oh, that's wrong to do. I can't do that. I'm not allowed to say that I identify her as a female.
She's not a woman.
Yeah, she's not a woman now. Oh, for crying out loud. Whitman said, why do you take offense at that, Whitman asked. I get asked questions by you all. What does it feel like to be the first woman? How the heck do I know what it feels like to be a man to do things? That's just as sexist as a question as any other. No one's allowed to bring up the fact that she's a woman.
Yeah, you're supposed to forget that.
Whitman had defenders Friday. Hazel Frank Luck, a lobbyist and informal Whitman advisor, said the controversy is much to do about nothing. I can't believe that this is the defining moment in her political career, Gluck said.
There's a thinking woman.
I mean, give me a break. Ross, this is how the phonies are. Ross Baker, who teaches political science at Rutgers University, was puzzled by Whitman's zeal to keep what he deemed. This is what they're concentrating on.
This is why the world doesn't work.
This is what they worry about. Meanwhile, you got corrupt judges, you got corrupt everything in the world going on. Nothing works.
People can't find jobs.
Yeah.
This is what they're busy with.
Yeah, this is what they're worried about. This is her way of identifying to my audience, saying thank you for a job well done and electing me. I appreciate it. Then they went out and they talked to people. I'm not too pleased by this because I just don't think he's a very wholesome influence, said DeStefan, somebody who lives in Florham Park. I know there's a story of him saving some guy jumping off the GWB, but by his appearance, his mannerisms, and his language, I don't think he sets a very good example.
Oh, that's good. He doesn't like the way you look.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He's not pressed.
You would have thought she appointed me to the Jersey Senate. Was Whitman's decision a lapse in judgment? Then listen to this. So the reporter goes out to the rest stop. Now they're criticizing the rest stop like it's my fault. Listen to this. DeStefan is some guy who pulled into the rest area.
Okay.
All right?
He has a life now.
Yeah, the reporter went out and said... the reporter went out and examined the rest stop. At the soon-to-be Howard Stern rest area near Florence, it was quiet Friday. A few truckers snoozed in their cabs. A man sat alone in his car, furiously working the keyboard of his laptop. Then Don DeStefan pulled in to take a break from driving. Then they interviewed DeStefan. He had his negative thing to say about me.
And they immediately copied it all down.
DeStefan leaves. The lobby of the rest area building was empty. There was no one in the men's room. No one stopped in for directions, which was just as well because there was no attendant at the information counter. Can you imagine that? Like now, it's like critiquing the rest area.
You have a bad rest area.
Yeah, right. You believe this? Hungry travelers could buy a container of brackish coffee from one machine, soda from another, or little bags of Munchos and Crunch and Munch from a third. I'm looking into setting up an eternal flame there, by the way. I really am. The building was clean.
You better get some food at your rest stop.
The building was clean, but the trash barrels in the parking lot overflowed. I mean, the rest stop was just named that day.
Now you're not cleaning your rest stop.
Yeah. The ground around there was covered with bottles, wrappers, paper bags, and newspapers. No one ever cared about this before.
They never went there.
Yeah. This is news now. This is the front page of something called the Bergen Record. Can you imagine? This is the news.
There's a lot going on there.
About what's doing at the Howard Stern rest stop.
Some wrappers on the ground.
There is some serious issues going on in Bergen County.
Did they check other rest stops?
No.
Just maligning yours?
Just mine. Motorists drifted in to use the bathroom or to stretch their legs. If fame is what matters, Stern matters. Everyone had an opinion on Whitman's keeping a campaign vow to name a rest area for him. I guess she thought she just had to keep her promise, said Al Netraliello of Burlington. I don't precisely agree. I'm no fan of his. Not that he offends me, but that's one promise I would never have made. Believe this?
That makes no sense.
Well, somebody's a fan because she got elected.
Yeah. Where are all my fans?
They're not at your rest stop.
Then on the front page, they have a poll whether or not you agree, and 1,333 people approved and 1,521 disapproved. That's the front page of the Bergen Record. Two separate articles by two separate reporters on Christy Todd's reaction to what's going on and then what goes on at the Howard Stern rest stop. And
really big news.
And there's the headline. It's the front page.
They took the time to ask 3,000 people about the name of a toilet. That's hilarious.
The governor is off her rocker, said Joe Hamilton of Bridgewater Township. Another article where they can't find anybody positive. Mm-hmm. I've got thousands, millions of fans, and they can't find anyone positive. They can't. Reporters can't find them.
They look long and hard.
Because you know they don't look. The governor is off her rocker, said Joe Hamilton of Bridgewater Township. I mean, of all the famous people from this part of New Jersey to name a rest area after, and she picked a raunchy New York DJ. Here's a woman who supports it. Joanne Goldberg of Yonkers says,
Jew.
Right. Do we still have to name everything after dead presidents?
Thank you.
Yeah. She said, I think he's very funny, very exciting, very sexy, vibrant. Hey, no one else asked for a rest stop be named after him. Now everyone's all uptight about it.
Yeah, now they know who should be named. They weren't requesting this before.
And Goldberg's husband, Dave, says, I just think he's a goof. I didn't think it matters who we name rest areas for. That's the proper attitude.
A joke.
Yeah, I'm not going to take this seriously. And Larry Morrissey of Bayonne said he's angered by criticism of Stern. He's a funny guy who says out loud what a lot of people have on their minds. And one thing is true, Howard Stern is not politically correct, and that's what makes him such a refreshing talent. That's all. And no one was complaining when Mrs. Whitman was down in the polls by 20 points, and she was out of it.
They never even thought about it. Oh, so what? Howard's endorsing her.
Yeah. And Vince Lombardi didn't exactly change the course of the country. He's got a rest stop after him. I don't know what kind of man he was. I don't know where he stood on women's rights.
All he did was he knew how to tell some guys to carry a stupid little ball.
Run into each other. He told other men what to do.
Yeah. Where is Congressman Serrano? He has a plaque for me. I need that.
I guess he's with Gary.
Gary. All the politicians love you, Wolf. Papa Flunky.
Well, here's one who's willing to admit that he listens.
Yeah. Congressman Serrano's the only one who listens, according to...
I wonder how he feels about your rest stop. Maybe we should do some interviewing about it.
What should we do for Mrs. Whitman? I mean, I want to do something. Should I
do you want to tell her it's okay? Don't bother with the rest stop?
I hate to give up my rest stop, though. I mean, I really do.
Flowey.
I'm so close. Hi, Congressman. You might want to rethink coming in here. Evidently, I'm a pariah. Meanwhile, I get people elected. That's what counts.
Okay.
All right, Congressman.
Yes,
hey, that's you.
Yes, sir. It's me.
How you doing? I don't think I ever met you before.
No, we haven't. We've talked to him on the phone.
I didn't realize you were so handsome.
Well, we met at a rest stop.
Okay, Gary, get the microphone in front of the Congressman. Thank you.
Baba Bobo.
Baba Bowie. Anyway, Congressman, thank you for being a supporter. I do appreciate it. By the way, that's the O.J. mask.
Oh, hi, O.J.
How are you? Put your hand down, O.J. mask. There you go. Anyway, Congressman, you're here to say what?
Well, I made you a promise, and, this is
Oh,
the season
you're
for
keeping
people.
a campaign promise, too?
You might want to pedal backwards on that one.
Hello, Robin.
Oh, good morning.
How are you? It's a pleasure. When you saved my constituents, I felt it was proper to put it in the congressional record. And
Yes.
we did.
Yes.
And you'll get a copy tomorrow of the congressional record. But today we made a replica of the congressional record.
Isn't that nice?
And I thought it'd be nice for you to,
Tribute to Howard Stern.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Do the other congressmen laugh at you when you put that in the record?
No, but when they read it, I assure you we're going to have heavy debate on the floor of the House.
There it is that Mr. Serrano, of course, addressed the Speaker of Congress. And
would that be Newt Gingrich?
No.
No?
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Oh, it is?
Yes, it's the Speaker.
Boy.
Wait.
Congressman Serrano blocking that out.
Let's all wake up.
I can't get on.
Mr. Speaker, on December 7th of last year, a truly remarkable event took place in New York City. A young man from the Bronx climbed over the guardrail of the GWB with the intention of jumping to his death. He had brought with him a cellular telephone to place one last desperate call. Mr. Speaker, that telephone call to New York radio personality Howard Stern, and he saved the young man's life.
Oh, yeah. Very nice.
Mr. Speaker, it is rare that an individual has this great an impact upon another's life. On this occasion, Howard Stern came face to face with a situation for which no one can prepare. Mr. Stern's humanity showed through at this crucial moment, and as a result, a human life was saved. Mr. Speaker, I ask the House to join me in offering congratulations and thanks to Mr. Howard Stern for his wonderful humanitarian achievement. And there it is.
All right.
Excellent.
Well, thank you, Congressman.
It was originally in Spanish, but I figured no one would understand it, so I put it in English.
Well, thank you. Let's remember that English is the #1 language.
Oh, here we
remember
go.
that, please, Congressman Serrano. Don't get. Remember, you're in America.
I have to ask
This is not
a question.
Mexico.
Now that
Yes.
he brought this up,
Yeah.
do you stand up in Congress and address the body in Spanish?
No way.
I address anybody in Spanish.
Do you
No.
stand on the floor of Congress?
I have times throw Spanish phrases in, and it drives the person on the machine there crazy.
Really?
And they reach over and say, "Can you tell me what you just said?" I said, "I'll give it to you later."
Right.
No, but we address the body in English, and as soon as people read that, Mr. Stern.
Yes, thank you.
They're going to
Howard, please.
Okay, Howard.
Yes.
It says to Howard Stern.
Yes.
They're going to get a little upset, I'm sure, and if they're smart, they'll just let it go, the way they should have let the rest stop go.
Right.
But if they're dumb, they'll take it on, and so we'll get another 15 hours of debate on C-SPAN over why the congressional record...
Poor Congressman Serrano only wants people to get upset about this. Why isn't anybody putting him on the front page of the
Bringing
paper?
it to people's attention.
No.
Congressman, are you single?
No, I'm married.
Oh, you are? I was going to introduce you to our own Robin.
No.
I see her looking you over. I thought some romance might have been blossoming. What can I say?
They have a piñata in Congress?
What is that?
Piñata.
O.J. Mess, maybe you better keep quiet during this, all right?
Listen, O.J., you're politically incorrect. Puerto Ricans, piñatas, Mexicans, tacos versus rice and beans.
Hey, what was with the Super Bowl last night? What was with that Super Bowl? Be quiet, O.J. Master. What did you say about your hubcaps?
I better go check and see if I still have them.
Oh, stop. This is a congressman of the United States.
I'm sorry, Congressman.
All right. You can't make friends, Congressman, not with this show.
It's okay.
What was with that Taco Bell commercial last night on the Super Bowl with the lights coming down out of the sky? Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
What are they introducing there? Something about the border? North of the border?
I didn't see it.
No, I didn't.
South of the border? Did you guys see that?
I must have been.
The commercials are so bad on the Super Bowl, you don't know what they're for.
Except for the two governors, the two ex-governors.
Let me talk about that. You know, this guy, Cuomo, is a real piece of work.
How did I just get myself off the air by bringing up another subject?
No, let me tell you something. You're not off the air. This guy, Cuomo, is a real piece of work. Thank God he's gone. Congressman Serrano, I don't know. Maybe you supported him, but I don't know. It's better he's gone. Trust me on this. Thank God you got Pataki. First of all, this Pataki's suddenly got a guy with an injection of life. You know what it means to change? Sometimes you got to change just to change. You got a guy.
To shake things up.
I was looking at Pataki's schedule. He's here. He's there. He's running around. This Cuomo locked himself up in this mansion of his. I don't know what he's thinking. They asked him. They said, "You're doing a Doritos commercial. You think it's proper that you endorse Doritos?" He goes, "I'm not endorsing Doritos. This guy's a professor. He's unbelievable. It's just like Crown Heights. Remember when Dinkins said, I contacted Mario Cuomo about Crown Heights? Mm-hmm. And you know what Cuomo said? I don't recall getting a call from Mayor Dinkins. I don't recall. He don't recall endorsing Doritos.
Right.
And he don't recall the call about Crown Heights. And let me tell you something. Why do you think the Jews didn't turn out for Mario Cuomo this time? Why do you think a lot of them voted for Pataki?
They didn't recall that they were supposed to.
They didn't recall Mario. That Cuomo locks himself up there and he comes up with statements. You see, he says, that Doritos commercial, I'm not endorsing Doritos. You don't hear me say, go buy Doritos. Do you believe this guy?
No, but what else is he doing?
Yeah.
What are we, dumb?
Yeah. What are we, stupid, Congressman Serrano?
For doing a Doritos commercial.
Yeah, that's.
You understand what I'm saying?
Sure, it's strange. That's like me tomorrow saying, no, I really don't like Howard. I just happened to be by the station. I've seen a lot of Frank Flores, and he dragged me in.
Let me tell you why I love you. Let me tell you why I love you, Congressman Serrano.
Francisco Flores.
Let me tell you something about the Honorable Jose E. Serrano.
Jose Enrique
Serrano. Let me say something. The guy likes the show, he admits it. Yeah. And it's fun and it's frivolous, and that's the end of it. But life is too short.
And I listen to it every morning on JFK in Washington or New York on K-Rock.
Thank you, Congressman. What is it, Fa-Fa-Fo-Hi?
Fa-Fa-Fo-Hi. There's somebody on the phone from the West Coast who wants to congratulate you on your rest stop.
Who is it?
Dick Clark.
Oh, Dick Clark. Oh. You believe this, Dick?
Howard, what is this happening? They've got a rest stop with your name on it and somebody's giving you flack?
Let me tell you something. You know what it is?
That?
People are jealous of what's... Dick Clark, of course, says... Listen, Dick Clark was a disc jockey.
Yes.
Not too many disc jockeys actually make good.
Something of themselves, yes.
He got smart. He got the hell out of being a disc jockey and became a producer. You were smart.
Well, my father said to me if by the time I was 30 I was still a disc jockey, I should do something else. I'm in my 60s. I'm still a disc jockey, Howard.
No, you're not. Don't be your wise ass.
Anyway, I congratulate you. It made the Los Angeles paper.
Yeah, of course it did, because all these other DJs...
How did they knock him?
Yeah, they knocked me for this. Do you understand what's going on? This woman kept a campaign promise, and now they're coming down on her like she did something dirty or wrong.
Ganging up.
It's a joke. That's all. It's a goof. We're having some fun. I'm sick of everyone in there politically correct.
Is there no sense of humor left in New Jersey?
Dick, what do you got to plug? Is that what you're calling about?
Well, what do you think?
It's the American Music Awards.
You seriously think I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning in Los Angeles calling about a John that's been named after you?
All right, what happened? What show you got on TV? Oh, the American Music Awards.
American Music Awards, the biggest music event of the year.
I see the artist formerly known as Prince is going to be on there. Boy, someone finally woke him up.
It's funny, now they refer to him by the initials.
Yeah, but how...
What initials?
The artist formerly known as Prince has been reduced to initials.
Hold up a sign?
What did you say there, Dick?
How are we going to introduce him? Hold up a sign?
Artist, A-F-K...
No, D-A...
I hate that. Don't you hate that, Congressman?
I'm the congressman formerly known as Pedro Schwartz.
That's right. Hey, by the way, Dick, we got Congressman Serrano here. You might know him.
Congressman, how are you this morning?
I'm okay.
See, I got to know...
T-A-F-K-A-P.
Yeah, well, let me say something. I saw the commercial for American Music Awards, and they say the artist formerly known as Prince. Hey, make me the announcer. I'll call him Prince.
Yeah.
Let him come over and kick my ass, that fidget.
What's going to happen is he gets the award emeritus Prince and then accepts it as the artist formerly known as Prince. Don't ask me why.
Hey, Dick, what is it?
Get through the censor. You should have seen that she was having a heart attack.
Hey, Dick.
What do you call him for short?
That's fixed, that award show, right?
No, Howard.
No, it is, isn't it? Because
fixed.
All the artists know who they're going to win that night.
No, they don't.
Sure they do.
No,
you tell them in advance, don't you?
You can't do that. You go to jail.
No. On the American Music Awards, the reason they get so many people to show up, they know they're going to win an award.
No.
Well, he's telling you no.
Don't believe him. He's the guy who owns the show. He's going to lie through his teeth.
That's true, because I
I
wasn't
wish we
invited.
knew in advance.
Right, Congressman?
I wasn't invited.
Congressman, I demand an investigation of Dick Clark.
Well, then how do you get everyone there, Dick?
After the rest stop.
It's 20,000 people who vote in a poll. The envelopes are sealed. We find out afterwards it's based on sales and record play. Let me tell you.
Yeah, but you have a good idea who's going to win. In other words, like Prince shows up because he's guaranteed he's going to win an award.
That one he knows. That's announced in advance.
Oh, okay.
As Jimmy Page and Robert Plant are.
And where are the envelopes? Excuse me. Where are the envelopes locked up? In your glove compartment, right?
Actually, he's working on sealing them now.
I'm telling you.
There are 2 sets of accountants that arrive. They each have a set in case one of them gets held up on the freeway.
Man, you must get a lot of broads.
No, he's married.
Yeah, but he's been through a couple of marriages.
But this one's sticking, I think.
Howard, you have a one-track mind. Robin, do you have to do this every morning with this kid?
Do you know that Larry King is getting Cindy Garvey? I'm going to do a whole talk on that after the congressman leaves. I don't want to talk about sex in front of the
more
congressman.
than the rest stop upsets him.
Now, Howard, get serious for a minute.
All right, who else is on the show tonight?
A lot of complications here. I've got every kind of music there is. We've got Madonna and Babyface, Black Men United. We're reuniting Jimmy Page and Robert Plant. This is the first time they've ever performed Led Zeppelin's Black Dog on national television, international television. This is going to 120 countries.
Well, you're not reuniting them. They've already reunited.
Yeah, but this is the first time they've ever done this song on over-the-air television anywhere. And it's going to be fabulous.
Is anybody being difficult? Like is Madonna? Do you ever have the urge to kick her in the crotch?
No.
No? Sorry, Congressman.
No, she was there all day yesterday, very polite, very modest.
Does she have a mustache? Tell the truth. When you're
I think she had her breast enlarged.
Yeah. What do you think, Dick?
She had her breast enlarged?
Yeah, her melons are huge now, aren't they?
No. Howard, your imagination has turned your brain to mush.
Why do you think O.J. killed his wife?
If I had to. Wait a minute. I live in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
They don't think there's any truth to the story.
Oh, bull.
Melvin Belli said he will have 2 mistrials and be set free.
No way.
Howard, I'm the murderer formerly known as O.J.
You people are merciless.
Dick, when you dumped your wife, you never had to beat them or kill them, right?
Oh, stop.
Hey, that's what I'm just asking Dick some questions, that's all. Would you leave me alone?
This is the old question. Do you still beat your wife?
Right. Dick, my point is the American Music Awards are very happening, true?
Yeah, it's the biggest music show of the year. It's a big one.
Does Madonna, when you're up close to Madonna, what does she say to you? I mean, does she talk normal to you, or does she
very much
normal?
so?
She does.
She was very reasonable, very polite.
Does she have B.O.?
May I have that? Whatever.
B.O.
Does she smell?
Good Lord.
No.
She'll never say anything bad about anyone. She has a mustache, though, right? I've seen it on TV. She's got little hair on her face.
You got to get your set tuned. Watch tonight. It's one of the most beautiful things we've ever had.
I'm going to watch the American Music Awards, and I absolutely am going to watch it.
Always find them exciting.
I always like it better. I like it better than the Grammys.
The point of the thing is, these things only happen once. You can watch a situation comedy or a movie, they fly by, they rerun them, but events like this are one time only. So I'm really
Why do you push this so hard? It gets a big audience.
Yeah, you don't have to plug. It'll be fun.
You always got to plug.
Yeah, it's true. You know what? It's smart. Sometimes I see a plug on TV, and that reminds me to watch.
No, and today's the most important thing because somebody say, "Oh, it's tonight." Yeah, I remember. I saw that plug last week.
Oh, okay.
I learned that, Robin, from Bob Hope.
Dick's got about $10 billion, and he still worries about every penny. He still worries that the show won't do well tonight. Isn't that great?
I think I learned to speak English listening to him.
Is that right?
That's like, what, 1855 or something?
Congressman.
Did I hear
1955?
Congressman Serrano. Oh, come on. Suddenly Congressman Serrano's doing jokes.
I tell you.
It's infectious.
Dick. It is weird that Dick works so hard, because it's not like he's going to miss a meal, you know what I mean? The guy's got enough money, but he still cares, and I guess that's what keeps him going.
I guess.
Right, Dick?
ABC renewed the show, Howard, till the year 2000, but I just want it to be remain. It's the second highest rated award show next to the Oscars.
What are you wearing right now?
Not a stitch.
You're nude.
I got up to make this call. I brushed my teeth, and here I am.
Do you know O.J.?
I have met him on occasion.
Did you contribute to his defense?
No.
Cheap. Do you think he's innocent or guilty?
Under the law, he's innocent until proven guilty.
Well, now you're a lawyer.
Is
that McMahon?
If you were on that jury,
yeah.
Do you think beyond a shadow of a doubt you would, if you could, electrocute the man or hang him or put him away for life?
I would electrocute him in 2 seconds. I'll tell you why. I'm sitting... Put the knife away, please, okay? I got to tell you why I would put him away. I'm sitting with a friend the other day on Saturday, and she says to me, I don't know, now I'm starting to doubt the story. I go, are you nuts? I would electrocute O.J. yesterday.
Look, but you're doing it on emotion.
No, hold it. Excuse me. First of all, so Johnny Cochran gets up there and he says, now there's a woman who... Did you read about the new witnesses?
Johnny did a lot of, what's the word, inappropriate things.
Inappropriate? These so-called witnesses are all people who are known liars. Except for one of them, they said, and this is a woman. The maid.
Does that mean they tell a lie all the time?
Right. And then the maid who supposedly saw O.J.'s car, they say even the Star magazine turned down her story because they couldn't make heads or tails of it.
Hey, but you got
Howard.
O.J.'s guilty.
You got to come up with a defense.
You know what? I'm listening to this. No, excuse me a second. Congressman Serrano wants to hear me, Dick. Let me just say something. Dick, you get so much airtime. Let me talk.
All right, it's your show.
My big moment in life, Dick Clark calls up.
Yeah, he ruined it for you. Listen to me. Dick.
Yes.
This O.J. puts out a book. He goes, I love Nicole. I would have taken a bullet for Nicole. While he's saying that, they should flash up pictures of this woman's beaten face. That's he loved her so much he had to pummel her till there was blood gushing out of her head. That's some love, and they had to convict him on it.
Now, you're referring to the pictures you saw in the tabloids?
No, I'm talking about where he belted
picture she put in her safe deposit box.
That's right. Let me tell you, if he gets off, it'll be one of those bloopers for your TV show.
The fact of the matter is, good, bad, or indifferent, there will be a hung jury, and whether or not they go back again, only time will tell. But there's no way in the world that 12 people are going to agree that he's guilty.
Oh, how can people say this?
There's no witness.
Oh, please,
There's got to be a reason.
Where's he got blood from all over? And the blood all under Nicole's nails is O.J.
A reasonable doubt. That is the
reasonable
phrase.
doubt? I don't have a doubt.
That is the phrase, Howard.
The guy's threatening her life every minute. He's going to kill her. He's going to kill her.
Congressman, let me ask you a question. This is more your world. Would they have ever put a person like Howard Stern on the jury?
Oh, I think so.
You're there. You're too close to him.
Congressman needs a reality check.
Really?
I think Howard would have given the excuse that he's too busy. He can't be on a jury.
Dick, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If O.J. theoretically gets off, would you let him host one of your TV shows?
Well, Dick would have to get in line.
That would be a difficult decision because sponsors probably will flee from him.
But you would use him if you could get sponsorship.
If there was no censorship, if nobody said we don't want him around because we don't want the aura of someone like that with us, you go ahead. I mean, we had Snoop Doggy Dogg on. Snoop is on tonight.
Snoop is on tonight?
Snoop is on tonight, and he's coming from a court hearing. And people are saying, how could you do this? The man's innocent. He hasn't been proved guilty of anything.
Really?
Well, I agree.
I agree with that.
It's in the system. That's good. I like that.
You're damn right.
Well, we took a lot of heat last year when the first thing came up. Now they're just getting around the hearings. They didn't go to trial till the spring.
Now somebody tells me Colin Ferguson, the Long Island Railroad shooter, is appearing as well.
That's the artist formerly known as
No.
The artist formerly known as Colin Ferguson. Is that true, Dick?
You normally need a record. I mean,
you normally need a why? Why bother with the pretense?
He's going to have a record.
That's right. He has a record. He's going to have a record. He's going to be 25 years.
I'm going to a studio in the morning.
Is that right? Congressman Serrano cutting a record. All right, listen, Dick. Obviously, a lot of controversy surrounding the American Music Awards tonight.
Let's take our minds off O.J. and watch the American Music Awards.
I, for one, will be watching. Will I see you there?
You will see me momentarily. Otherwise, it'll be something gone wrong that I've had to go out and fix, which is part of the fun, too.
Listen to me. You look fantastic, you son of a bitch. If I look as good as
age.
You're damn right. If I look as good as you at that age, I'll be very, very happy. You understand what I'm saying? That's
You're
all.
very nice.
You're coasting through life, and that's what counts.
I'm doing what I love.
That's right.
Robin, my love to you, my dear. Take good care of the man.
All right.
Keep him on the straight and narrow.
Let me tell you
Congressman,
something.
I apologize. I didn't know you were there. I wouldn't have interrupted.
Doesn't matter. You're Dick Clark. Congressman
At
understands.
least I didn't behave the way, who was it, Susan Kellman behaved when I
Exactly.
called, and she got upset.
Of
remember?
course. Oh, please. No one even knows what you're talking about. Dick, thank you so much. American Music Awards tonight on ABC.
What time?
8 o'clock till 11.
All right.
I'll be there.
Thanks a minute. Bye-bye,
Thank you,
guys.
Dick.
Bye.
Man knows nothing about politics or murder trials.
He does know the law.
I want to thank our friend Congressman Serrano, who I do appreciate. I appreciate the fact that you stand up and you are counted as a fan, and that you're not caught up in this ridiculous politics of the moment.
I'm not, and I really want to take just a few seconds to tell you thank you for making a lot of people laugh on I-95 in New York and the Bronx and everywhere else.
Thank you, Congressman.
And to people who are upset with you, hey, that's why they have dials on radios.
Thank you.
You are the reason America's great. Some of your constituents I'm not too happy with, but
Listen,
I
Howard.
very rarely let Spanish people in here, Congressman.
There is a slight difference between Puerto Ricans and Mexicans. Can we play a little salsa in the
Nah,
background?
whatever. This is all the same. Jackie, check your wallet.
How much you think he's selling those hot tops for?
All right, very good. Congressman Serrano, thank you so much, and I do appreciate this plaque. I will cherish it. Thank you. Thank you. All right, and we'll be back right after these words.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
Thank you. Sounds like the Ramones there.
It's a remake.
A remake of the Ramones?
Yes, with Die Totenhosen.
I love those guys, Die Totenhosen. Die Totenhosen. Oh, by the way, Friday night on the E! Show, I don't know if anyone saw the replay of the actual Super Bowl party. Super Bowl massage party. Wonder if people got to see that.
What?
The Super Bowl massage party Friday night. We had it on instantaneously.
Oh.
Tonight, hey, if you want to see Ellen, the handicapped Playboy model, remember that lady who can't move her legs, but she was in Playboy?
Oh, yes, the woman who's wheelchair bound.
Yeah, we explore the sex life of a woman in a wheelchair. It's fantastic. The two good commercials at the Super Bowl were the pretzel commercial with Jason Alexander when he jumped out of the parachute. And
Didn't see that one.
Oh, you're kidding. Remember toward the beginning of the game there was a commercial. I didn't even know what it was for. Someone now tells me it's for pretzels.
Yeah, rolled gold.
Rolled gold. I don't even know what that is.
Jason Alexander, the guy from Seinfeld.
Seinfeld is in a plane. They push him out of the plane with the parachute. Then they go back. So the commercial's over. And you go, oh, that was a stupid commercial. Then they went back to the game, and they had like Al Michaels and Frank Gifford and everyone. They were back at the game. All of a sudden, coming out of the sky at the game, this guy landed in the middle of the field on a parachute. And it was Jason Alexander holding the chips, saying, "Go 49ers." But it looked so real that it fooled you. I thought you thought a guy.
I didn't know that was.
You mean you thought a guy parachuted in?
I thought it was Michael Sergio.
Yeah. So you mean you just thought it was a guy parachuting in?
Yeah. I said, was that a commercial? I really had a question, and then we went on with the game, so I didn't pay much attention. But I remember Al and Frank and whoever else that other guy was.
That was a commercial.
Oh.
You know what's funny about that? There's a guy in the newspaper today doing an article about all the nitwits who actually believe that was real. And I'm reading and I'm going, wait, I thought that was real. He's saying, I knew right away, but my father called me. He was fooled, but he's an old jerk, And
I didn't pay a lot of attention to the commercials.
Anyway, here's another politician who, by the way, just faxed me this. I'm fed up. Thank God we got this Pataki in. Because Cuomo used to sit there, watch the Discovery Channel in the governor's mansion and waited for phone calls. You know that's how he handled crisis? He used to sit and watch the Discovery Channel. Yeah, I'm being serious. What?
I love to watch Cricket Smith Love.
Yeah, that was his thing. He liked the Discovery Channel. Did you know that? Yeah. I'm not kidding.
I was glad to see him doing a Doritos commercial, quite frankly, because I think that's what he's good at.
Right. But he doesn't even know. What kills you is he don't know he did he knows he did a Doritos commercial.
Yeah, absolutely, that was an endorsement.
He says they ask him, "Why are you doing an endorsement?" That's not an endorsement. Can you imagine
what,
a guy
is he
says
an
that?
actor now?
Yeah, can you imagine a guy saying that that's not an endorsement of Doritos? He goes, "I don't ever tell you to buy Doritos." Thank God he's out of there. Can you imagine a guy saying that, insulting our intelligence? That's what he did for 4 years, for 12 years. Here's a guy just did this press release from Camden County, I hope this is real. Statement of Freeholder Director Jeff Nash supporting Stern rest stop. Camden County Freeholder Director, whatever that is, Jeffrey Nash said today he supports the naming of a rest stop in honor of radio talent Howard Stern. Nash, who is often a critic of Republican Governor Christie Todd Whitman and a strong supporter of women's organizations, said, quote, everyone who is criticizing this move should just lighten up. And it says here that Jeff Nash will be available for comment after 9:30 a.m.
He gets out of prison.
No, he's not in prison. Oh, okay. Be quiet, O.J. Mask. And the other good commercial I thought was Budweiser's commercial with the three frogs. Oh, Budweiser.
That was good. I like that one.
Yeah, that was really cool.
That one I remember.
Yeah, I like that.
And I knew it was a commercial.
And I guess on some level I responded to the Taco Bell commercial because even though I have no idea what they're talking about, I did notice it. It was like Close Encounters with the big lights coming out over the trucks. Mm-hmm. But I guess you didn't notice it.
The one that was the most annoying, and so I remember it.
Yeah.
Doritos.
Yep.
Doritos. It was was it Doritos?
Well, that was in a commercial. So don't classify it as a commercial. Cuomo says that's not a commercial.
That I found annoying, but there was another one with a football player.
Was it O.J.?
Oh, no, the guy from Dallas.
I don't think so.
Oh, that guy. I don't like
your friend, Darryl Johnson.
Was it Darryl?
Yeah.
Oh, I like him. Doritos.
That was Doritos. I didn't like that.
Well, if it's a friend, then we like
the moose.
That O.J.'s first wife, boy. Oh, here, let me prove a point. I'm going to go out on the street right now. It's 2 seconds, Robin. Hello?
Can you hear him talking? Hi.
Yes. Stuttering John is out there?
Yes,
all right. Put on the headphones on, please.
Yes, I have a woman with me right now, Howard.
Good. Ma'am?
Yes?
May I ask you a question?
Sure.
How do you feel about Governor Christie Todd Whitman naming a rest stop after Howard Stern?
After Howard Stern. It sounds interesting. I don't know what else to say.
By the way, I'm Howard Stern.
Oh, hi, Howard. I work in the same building as you.
Yeah, but I mean, do you have a problem with that at all?
You said it's the bathroom?
It's a rest stop. Like a toilet.
As in... how do you feel about it? I mean,
no, I asked for it. No, I like it. I asked for it.
Well, I mean, since it's fine with you, it should be fine with everybody, right?
Yeah, exactly. Now,
wait a minute. This is exactly what I'm glad we are doing.
Yes, but let me tell you why.
How scared she is to give an opinion?
No, but let me say something. This is a woman who put her priorities in the right place. She's like, well, I don't care. Now, I'm telling you, when ABC went out to do that piece, Robin, just listen to me for 1 second.
Yes.
They found a lot of women like this woman. A woman who really, just basically said, yeah, it's fine, who cares? I got other things to worry about. I got a job.
Yeah.
ABC doesn't put that on the air. Because that's not controversial.
But my point is they usually come up to you and say, if you don't have an opinion, they'll say, you know, that raunchy DJ that works in New York.
Right.
They lead the witness.
They lead the witness.
That's what I wanted to
Thank you, ma'am. You just proved the point.
Okay.
You're a lovely woman.
Okay, you want some more, Howard?
Yes.
Hey, sir, can I ask you a question, please? All right. Ma'am, can I ask you a question on the radio for a second, please? Thank you. Yeah, it's a small question. Go ahead, Howard.
Ma'am?
Hi, Howard.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
We're randomly asking people this morning, how do you feel about Christie Todd Whitman naming a rest stop after me in New Jersey?
A rest stop after you?
Yes.
Sounds good. I didn't hear about that.
But you like it?
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you.
We could rest with Howard.
Thank you. Thank you. So far, we've asked 2 people, and everyone's fine with it.
Everybody likes the idea so far?
Yes. Thank you.
Anything with you involved, we like, Howard.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.
ma'am.
I didn't read one.
I have somebody else here, Howard.
Thank you.
Another young woman over here.
Hi, Howard.
Hello, ma'am.
How are you?
And we just found you on the street.
Yes, you did.
May I ask you how you feel about Governor Christie Todd Whitman naming a rest stop after me?
I think it's a great idea.
Thank you.
Why not?
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Howard, just for the record, I'm just randomly picking these people. It's not like we're setting this.
ABC couldn't. By the way, you listen to the ABC report. I'm going to play the ABC report again, Robin, so people can hear that.
Right.
Howard.
Yes.
I have a guy here. Hello.
Yes.
Good morning to you all.
Good morning, sir. We're randomly asking people a question for the radio.
Yes, go
How
ahead.
do you feel about Governor Christie Todd Whitman naming a bathroom after radio talk show host Howard Stern?
Sounds like she knows what she's doing.
Thank you very much.
Very good.
Now, I've now asked 5 people their opinion, and I haven't heard a negative yet. And I guarantee you, if you check the tape that ABC did, they had 100,000 people saying it's fine with them.
Get his release.
Yes, Gary.
I don't know. There's a woman on the phone right here. She's an actress. And she says that she goes out on auditions all the time to audition for man-on-the-street interviews for news organizations.
She auditions for them.
I told her not to mention which one, but she'll tell you how it works.
Let me get this straight. You're saying that those are rigged?
Yes. About a year ago was the last time I did one, but I used to go on auditions for them all the time. They call you up and they say it's an audition for a major network, and you go and you stand in the street in the freezing cold. Usually it's early in the morning when there's not that many people out.
Yeah.
And what they do is they set people up so that it's the same people walking by in the crowd in the background.
Yeah, but that must be for a film.
No, it's not. And they ask you topical questions, things that are in the news, like right now, and they give you a script and they tell you this is the answer you're supposed to give.
And then you see yourself on the news?
Yeah.
I don't believe
No,
it.
it's totally 100% true. And they do it all the time. My sister's an actress, too, and we always go on auditions like that.
I've never heard of such a thing.
Always. It's always done. No, it's totally true, Howard. And that's why I don't trust anything they say about you on the news.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Now, I don't know where planet that's from, but let me just say, what they do is they go out and they interview 900 people till they find the two that support what they want in the story. This ABC, I will never, ever, ever again give out to any news organization. I repeat, any news organization. Fox, ABC, NBC, CBS, News Radio, TV, whatever it is. I will not give them quotes. I will not give them pieces of tape from our E-show ever again. Because you'd have to be a fool to do it. They took this tape of Mrs. Whitman giving me this little ceremony in the studio, and they totally twisted it around. And they couldn't find one person out on the street. Couldn't find him. John still out there?
Yeah, I am.
All right, that's enough. I think I proved the
You
point.
sure?
Yeah, thank you.
Because I got another guy here.
That's okay.
Okay.
It's enough.
Tonight it might come as a surprise, maybe not, that New Jersey is naming a rest stop in his honor. It all began with a campaign promise by the then gubernatorial candidate Christine Todd Whitman. Norma Shanek has the story.
Governor Whitman says she's making good on another campaign promise. During an early morning visit to the controversial Howard Stern radio show, Whitman told the shock jock she planned to name a rest area on Route 295 in Burlington County in his honor. Stern wanted one on the turnpike, but that wasn't possible.
This is the first rest stop on the southbound area that we are dedicating to Howard Stern.
Ooh.
This is what it's going to look like.
Look at that.
Because 295 is an interstate highway, technically New Jersey doesn't have the right to name this rest stop. So what the governor plans to do is to put a plaque here honoring Howard Stern.
He certainly went out of his way to endorse me during the campaign. We talked about this. I said we'd do it. We'd put a plaque up at this particular rest stop, and I really don't think it's a major issue.
This is what the plaque would look like, but reporters wanted to know if the state should honor a man many consider vulgar and racist.
Yeah, we honor everybody. We honor Dr. Martin Luther King. He was out having sex with broad after broad, cheating on his wife. So what are you going to do? You're going to discount what he did because he did that? What do? I make people laugh for a living? That's bad? What is this?
Let's not get ridiculous about this. This is not giving him a state sanction any more than George Pataki's appointing him as a commissioner to a highway or a road commission at $1 a year does.
Stern, of course, has legions of fans.
He's well known, and I think he ought to have something better than a truck stop named after him.
But not everyone
They always pick a guy who's a little unclear of what's going on to represent me. Now the barrage of hate.
Yeah. He deserves such an honor.
I think he should have a toilet named after him.
Think this is kind of appropriate or what?
For him, I guess. Truck stop fits.
Why?
For him. Because he's scum.
If this is how low she would have to stoop, then what else is she going to do?
Howard Stern is famous for his trash mouth and bathroom humor.
Yeah, that's what I'm famous for. I go on the air and all I do is say bad words. I'm not funny. I'm nothing. That's what I'm known for.
And people tune in.
Yeah. And idiots tune in. Not people who watch the news.
I'm expected to clean that up soon, but now that his name will be identified with a rest stop, maybe he can at least clean things up here. Yeah. I'm Nora Mushanek for Channel 7.
Nora Mushanek, who will be one of those journalists who gets replaced by ABC every 3 months. You notice you can't identify one reporter? Because none of them are there more than 3 months.
Yeah.
They must have great labor practices over there. They must really be paying their people well. The reporters float in and out of there like dead fish. Jesus H. Christ Almighty. No more tape given to anybody. That's the end of that. We don't give tape out.
At all.
At all. Period. I don't care what happens. I don't care if a guy's jumping off the bridge and I'm the only one in the world who's got tape of it. You want to see the tape, you go to the E! Network. You will not see that on TV anymore. Don't even bother calling me.
We're now effecting a media blackout.
Yeah, I just don't like it. I don't like the spin they put on it. Gee whiz. Well, if Mrs. Whitman wants to, maybe I should do her a favor and just bow out and say I don't want the rest stop name.
Yeah, oftentimes, when the president makes a sticky appointment that gets him into a lot of trouble, in order to save him embarrassment, the people just turn down the request.
But you know what it is? I feel like that's admitting like some kind of guilt or something. Like I did something wrong. And I don't feel like doing that, but I don't want I don't want this Christy Todd Whitman, who's doing such a good job, have to sit there and eat her heart out over me.
Well, let's think about it for a second. This will blow over.
Of course. But don't forget, in 2 weeks we have the big ceremony.
We're going to make a big deal out of it then.
Yeah, let's keep it. Ask the listeners, right? Let's ask the listeners for advice. They're always so full of good advice. They know
they
nothing.
want us to keep it, I'm sure.
Yeah. Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Can I get through Howard Stern, please?
Yeah, you're on the air.
I'm on the air. Oh, anyway, I didn't think I was going to get through. I want to talk to you. You're a really nice person. I like the way you are. You make people laugh and everything. But what I'm upset is that I can't believe that you're judging O.J. just by what you hear.
You are so... Don't listen to me. Listen to me. I will not discuss the O.J. trial with morons.
My first wife.
I will not discuss it. Where is O.J.'s first wife, that despicable woman? Let her step up onto the stand and talk about the abuse she took at this guy's hand.
She talked to Barbara Walters. Why can't they find her?
Yeah, why can't they find her? And where...
She didn't get abused.
No.
She on television.
That's right. Oh, please.
I feel that the man is innocent.
Why would you feel that? His blood is all over the place. Who do you think killed her?
Blood.
Did you read today's report in the paper?
How many people have the same type of blood?
All right, ma'am. So you know what? I'm glad that morons exist in this country that can sit on juries and let killers go. Oh, please. I'm so tired of dopes.
You know something?
Oh, I don't know anything. You know everything. I'm going to sit and discuss the O.J. trial with her. Who do you think did it? Oh, the 4 hitmen?
The 4 hitmen of the apocalypse.
Yeah, and did you notice
they were galloping through his neighborhood.
The woman who allegedly saw the 4 hitmen, they're now saying is a
Well, that's what
professional witness
Darden said at the time he was arguing before Judge Ito about this new witness list.
Yeah, this new witness list is filled with liars.
Wastrels.
Yeah, and oh, for God's sakes. Who do you think? You know, there's a lot of people now running around saying they think O.J., now they have doubt.
Well, the point is, if Johnny Cochran can present the case he says he can in opening arguments, it would cast reasonable doubt.
Would it? Well, gee, I haven't heard anything yet that casts reasonable doubt.
Well, you didn't listen.
Yeah. I got to tell you something, jury. He didn't do it. Oh, okay. I guess I doubt it. Yeah.
An innocent man.
I don't have a videotape of him doing it. What do you think? What do you think? A man has to be convicted? The only way.
Well, if you can cast doubt on the validity of the blood test,
yeah,
because of the way they were taken by the police, what is a jury supposed to do?
Yeah, validity of the blood test.
What is the jury supposed to do in that case, Howard?
There is no lack of validity.
I said you're not answering the question.
I told you O.J.'s guilty.
I said suppose he can prove that there were a lot of mistakes made.
Let him prove it. Let him prove it.
And that Nicole had blood from other people on her body.
They already explained.
They already explained that the whole thing is a farce. What he said. It's not even close to being true.
I just said this is the case he says he's going to present.
He's got no case. I told you he's got no case.
I said if he can prove these things, that would be reasonable.
Point by point, they've already here. Witness. Okay. All right. First of all, now you got another report. Now there's a witness coming forward. Simpson promised that there wouldn't be a Nicole. Did you read about this?
Mm-hmm.
There's a woman who worked for Nicole Simpson. She was like a housekeeper.
Pain in the ass.
Yeah. She says she was having a fight with Nicole Simpson. She went to OJ. OJ said, "Listen, she ain't gonna be around much longer. Okay, I got some inside information." I mean, come on. What do you want to know? Here, listen to this. Mike McAlary. I'm answering it. Right. I'm answering it right now. It's been mistake after mistake for the Dream Team defending O.J. Simpson. Here we go. Cochran told the story about how the guys, four people rushed in with caps. Right?
I didn't ask about the 4 people.
The woman who now claims this story has no credibility. She's a professional liar, not unlike other alleged witnesses who tried to bluff their way onto the case. Unbelievable. And then I hear, I'm sitting in a conversation with somebody the other day. They go, "Yeah, I'm starting to doubt the case." I go, "Do you have a brain in your head?"
You still haven't answered my question.
Yeah, if he can produce doubt in the case, then I will say O.J.'s innocent. Now let me see him do it. Yes, there's the answer to your question. I heard your question.
Thank you.
There's your answer. The defense had maybe one good witness, the maid, Rosa Lopez, who lived next door to O.J. Simpson. She was found by another investigator in July. She tells a muddled, often confusing story that even the supermarket tabloids wouldn't buy. She tells a story about O.J.'s Bronco being parked outside a gate. She can't even be sure which gate of O.J.'s house the Bronco was parked outside.
She doesn't know what window she was.
No, she doesn't know what window she looked at.
She's a sweetheart.
Thank you, O.J. Mask. The only thing that seems to matter is that Lopez told this story to Los Angeles detective Mark Furman, and the detective never came back to her house. Oh. Now we're trying Mark Furman.
Oh, yes, they've been doing that all.
Yeah. Now you think Mark Furman killed somebody. Good luck. Hey, listen, O.J. walks free. What do you think I'm going to... I ain't doing anything. I'm going to live here. What am I going to do, go to another country? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do?
It will be an interesting trial.
Get a couple guards by the door.
Unbelievable. And I'll tell you something. With this Mario Cuomo, with this Doritos, there's a guy today, Jeff Greenfield writes, he says, why is Mario Cuomo waiting to do, why do politicians wait to do Doritos commercials? He says, let's stop everything. They should be like tennis players. When they do a press conference, they should wear different...
A hat and a patch.
A hat, a patch. They could sell articles of their clothing for advertising space. What is this? Huh? What's happening here?
You said it yourself. He was a guy who liked being famous.
He was sitting up at that governor's mansion. This is how he ran the government. He's watching the Discovery Channel. He's watching 2 crickets screw. And then, all of a sudden, he gets a phone call. What's the problem? What? I'm watching 2 crickets screwing. What? Yeah? You got a problem? Okay, I'll try and get on that.
Don't disturb me, the crickets.
Don't disturb me.
Illegal boycott?
You don't know. New York State's all shook up. Governor Pataki's actually walking around and talking to people. They don't know what to do. Nobody knows what to do. See, that's what's important. They're going to sit and worry about a rest stop. Yeah. That Kathy Lee looked demonic when she was singing that song. She looked demonic.
That overwide smile.
Oh,
she's a singer who smiles the entire time she's singing.
If you're a singer, don't lip sync. She's lip syncer.
Putting on the hits.
Yeah. Let's take a break, begin the news, and I hope that the first story will be the Cindy Garvey, Larry King story, Robin.
Well, I don't have that story.
Well, you gave it to me. You'll call it. If you think that should be the first one,
it would be fine for that to be the first story. I thought you had forgotten about it already.
What do you want, Bobo?
I was going to say, did you see Patti LaBelle on the halftime show?
No, you know why I didn't see the halftime show?
What?
I was at Joey Famaghetti's party.
And what does that mean?
For halftime, I went over to Famaghetti's party.
Oh.
I went to say hello to him.
So you left the house and didn't see the
Halftime. I was over there.
Festivity.
I walked into that party. I stunk from cigar smoke. I still smell from cigar smoke. A lot of guys smoking cigars. Boy.
That's what guys do. Why do guys get together and smoke cigars?
Because it is the one time of year that a man can be a man. Cigars repulse women.
Right.
And it's your way of saying, F you, honey.
Exactly.
You're going to smell this now. I'm going to stink you up.
When have you ever seen a woman smoke a cigar or enjoy the smell of it?
Well, that's not the point. You couldn't like them.
We're smoking to piss you off. I was just going to say the halftime show had Patti LaBelle.
Yeah.
And I understand that, you lip sync the halftime show. That goes without saying.
Why do you understand that?
I guess because I don't know.
Why is that what you understand? Why don't you understand other things?
I guess if you're running around like that and you're running dancing.
All right, go ahead. There's a lot of dancing.
But Patti LaBelle had her arms stretched out. Like she would go to sing a note, put her arm out, and the microphone would be 3 feet away, and words were coming out of the speakers that would belong to her.
It was lip synced. Well, if this Kathy Lee Gifford is such a great singer, why is she lip syncing?
I think that's what they're doing now so that they don't have a screwed up performance of the Star Spangled Banner at these big games. That's the most important thing.
Yeah. I couldn't give a rat's ass who sang the Star Spangled
Why
Banner.
have the person come if you've already got it on tape? Just play the tape.
And I am definitely for a new type of Super Bowl where they seed the teams. The way they do it now, you know how in tennis they seed you so that the better players end up. You notice in tennis the better players always end up playing each other. That's how football.
Very unusual for the top seeds to be knocked out before the tournament is over.
Next year, I am not going to lose this kind of money.
So it's the NFL's fault.
Right.
You're a bad bettor.
Yeah, I mean, come on. 20 points and I lose?
I understand that the spread was only 19.
It was 19, right?
Yeah.
It didn't make a difference.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But
the spread had come and gone. It was up and down. Maybe at game time it was 19, but on Friday it was 20.
He always has an answer.
Yeah. No, it's the truth. The spread changes.
Let's
you better check the over-under. He might have gotten that.
We got that from you, Miss. We should check it.
You did not.
We got it from.
Let us take a break. Gary, please, you're taking up too much of my show.
It's not me. She's the one who thinks I'm a moron.
Everyone thinks you're a moron. She's not the only one.
I'm
let's take
alone
a
in that thought.
No, you're just alone.
Right, OJ Mask?
Absolutely.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll do the news for you right after these words.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. Turn to The Howard Stern Show.
OJ Mask had to leave.
Oh, he did?
He was like, I don't know how you get up every morning. I don't know how you do this.
He's already dead. He's wiped out.
OJ Mask was unconscious. He was funny, though, wasn't he? Big round of applause for OJ Mask. He's got to come back.
Particularly funny with the guy from Talk Soup.
Yeah, that was good. OJ Mask.
It's always nice when you see people being harassed by puppets or people in masks.
I know. That was great. OJ Mask. Hey, where is the OJ Mask? Did he take it with him, that little son of a bitch?
Oh, he must think it's his now.
Hey. Hey, OJ Mask.
Guess he figures it's his franchise now.
He's not going to let anybody else get into that mask.
Yeah. You see it, Jackie?
I don't see it.
Maybe he left it with Gary. I don't know.
Crafty.
He's a little dwarf, that OJ Mask. Do you want me to wait till tomorrow to do the Larry King story?
You can do it now.
I don't know. You know what? I'm looking at it. This could be a long story.
It could take you a long time to really develop it. That's true.
I could read. You want me to read the USA Today column?
Go ahead.
All right. Because you're probably doing OJ first.
It's pertinent.
Okay, so Larry King writes in USA Today.
You know he has that little column he writes every Monday.
Yeah, the idiot column that an idiot could write. It's ... I like laxatives ... They help me move my bowels ... Don't you? You know, I like Newt Gingrich. You know,
is there anything better than taffy ...
Right.
Wind on a hot day ...
The green chuckle is the best ... So he says, we were talking about this. Larry King had a meeting with, listen to this, in the middle of the proceedings, Larry King walks into the courtroom and has a meeting with Judge Lance Ito.
Yeah, and the judge delayed the proceeding.
Yeah. A guy sitting in prison.
Taxpayers' money going out the window the longer this trial continues.
And Larry King, like he's important. I had a private half-hour meeting with Judge Lance Ito, which was off the record. I can tell you that Ito is interested in someday serving on the L.A. Juvenile Court, which he thinks is the most important court of all. That's where it all begins. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? He had a private meeting with Judge Lance Ito in the middle of the day during the proceedings.
And everything but that was off the record.
Yeah. Off-the-record meeting with Larry King.
I will call a halt to today's proceedings for a meeting with Mr. Stable.
Yeah. There's a guy who probably should have ended up in front of Lance Ito for either his bouncing check thing or...
You know, his gambling problem.
Yeah.
Sandy Koufax lies.
His Sandy Koufax lies, or all the different women he married and divorced.
If Judge Ito was in family court, he might have had to entertain Larry King.
Right. Yeah, Judge Ito wants to be in family court so he can meet people like me.
He wants to paint my head.
Judge Ito. Picking the right journalist to meet with. Judge Ito. Suddenly he's a celebrity. Oh, man. Stinky stink. Everything stinky stink. Right, Robin?
Everything stinks.
Everything stinks. Especially Ralph. He's blowing my hair this morning. And all of a sudden I'm smelling like something. I go, Ralph, you stink. And he goes, oh, is that me? He goes, I farted out in the hall. I didn't think it would come in here. And I said, you know what, man? I said, you're a bizarre character. I'm going to tell you what. And I really started yelling at him, like, no kidding around. I said, you know, your whole job consists of spending 10 minutes a day with me. All you got to do is blow out my hair and I leave. It literally takes 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Farting, you have to relieve yourself then. A dope. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
The new thing to try to guess now that the Super Bowl is over, you don't want to guess who's winning that anymore. The new thing is to try to guess what Judge Ito is going to do about all the missteps the defense made in front of a jury the other day. You know, he decided to take the weekend to consider what to do about the problems with the defense's opening statement. They didn't provide the prosecution with the witness list. They presented information in front of the jury they shouldn't have, and they haven't turned over certain documents to the prosecution that they should have before these opening arguments occurred occurred, yes. So now Judge Ito has to go into chambers with himself and determine what he should do.
I'm in chamber. Why doesn't he take Johnny Cochran and throw Chinese stars at his head? That would be a suitable punishment.
Now, the prosecution has asked, number one, that the jury be told in no uncertain terms that the prosecution has done, or the defense did things that they were not supposed to do. Certain things are supposed to be stricken from the record, and they also want an opportunity to have another shot at opening arguments on their own.
I don't think that's unreasonable, do you?
They say it's unprecedented to reopen your opening statement.
It's just, I think they ought to just get a new jury.
Now that could take forever.
Well, you want this to end? What if O.J. gets out?
Oh, my goodness. So we'll just have the trial go on forever. That's how we'll keep O.J. in jail?
Yeah. Because there's no jury that seems bright enough to convict him. Just keep the trial going.
Well, the other question is, that other prosecuting attorney went to the hospital. There's a question as to whether they should continue the trial without his participation as well. The prosecution also asked for a 30-day delay.
Will they get it, you think?
That's the big question. Do you want to take bets?
I think I'm done betting. I dropped about $1,000.
You've lost enough money this week. You're no gambler.
And I know Ralph don't want to bet because he's going to be in a dress outside of Lincoln Tunnel dressed as a tunnel bunny.
What else could we do to Ralph?
Right.
To humiliate him.
Oh, that's great.
So anyway, everybody figures that the judge does not want another delay with the jury sitting around for 30 days. So he's not going to delay the trial all that time, but he probably will censure the defense. The big question is the reopening of opening statements. But Judge Ito might like to set precedent, so he might do that.
I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen. Write it down so you know that I told you what's going to happen.
Give it to me.
Judge Ito will sit down, I don't know when it is, today or tomorrow, whatever it is. Is it today that he's going to sit down? He is going to tell Johnny Cochran to they're going to tell the jury that Johnny Cochran acted improperly. The defense will be allowed to respond in some way to some of the opening, the judge will correct some of the opening statements that were made, and Johnny Cochran will continue addressing the jury tomorrow. Judge Ito will now let the case move forward. There'll be no delay.
Cochran will continue tomorrow?
Today or tomorrow, he'll immediately, as soon as he makes his
So what you're saying is Johnny Cochran, the jury will be told Johnny Cochran acted improperly.
Yes.
They will make corrections to the
record,
the trial transcript. They'll stricken whatever they need to stricken.
Right. There'll be no delay of trial.
And no delay.
That's right.
All right. We'll see how you do.
Oh, I know I'm right.
Meanwhile, the new witnesses that...
you know how I know I'm right?
How?
Because that is what the press has been saying, and Judge Ito responds to everything the press says. Thank you. I know Judge Ito like the back of my hand. That is a guy who wants to be a celebrity worse than a judge.
Media make whore of us all.
Right.
They are casting aspersions on the new witnesses that were brought up by the defense. Mary Ann Gerches, who is the woman who claimed to see 4 ski cap adorned men walking through the neighborhood at 10:45 p.m. on the night that Nicole Simpson was murdered.
Yeah, what can you tell us about her?
The prosecutor says that she is under investigation for passing $10,000 in bad checks and has been sued for skipping out on a $23,000 hotel bill. She has also been sued 33 other times.
And she just happened to see these 4 men in ski masks.
You know what Cochran answers to that?
What?
Business problems aren't fatal.
He's a character. What's this about? Tell me about Cochran beating his wife, allegedly.
That I don't know about. Where'd you read that?
Today's paper. It's all Daily News, front page.
I didn't see that.
Well, I'm going to... What are you busy with over there?
I'm busy with a lot of other things.
Evidently.
Figuring out your bets.
Oh, my bets, huh?
Ooh.
Do me a favor, don't figure out my bets. Yeah, they say that Johnny Cochran... Give me, I'm a little familiar with it. Johnny Cochran... beat his first wife, report says.
No wonder he doesn't mind defending O.J. He can understand him.
It says here, like his famed client O.J. Simpson, defense lawyer Johnny Cochran has a stormy marriage in his own past. The flashy 57-year-old attorney's first wife accused him of assaulting her and once obtained a restraining order against him, the Los Angeles Times Magazine reported. Now, Johnny Cochran claims, listen to this, Robin. Johnny Cochran claims, says, listen, that was part of a divorce. She claimed that, but she takes it back now.
Oh, isn't that interesting?
But she says she hasn't taken anything back.
That's exactly how he defended O.J. In the opening argument, Johnny Cochran says about O.J.'s alleged beatings of Nicole Simpson. He claims O.J. hasn't beaten Nicole since 1989. And that a lot of statements were made when the two of them were getting divorced because there were descriptions of abuse in the divorce decree filed by Nicole Simpson. And Cochran explained that, yes, during a time when two people are divorcing, oftentimes a lot of statements are made.
Well, the wife said he has slapped me in the past, torn a dress off me, threatened on numerous occasions to beat me up. Cochran says I never touched her. He told the magazine, you can talk to her. I have never touched her or hit her, and we are very good friends to this day. Those are 20-year-old statements for legal reasons. She knew they were untrue, he said. But his ex-wife, Berry, the same name as Ralph, but Berry wouldn't take back the allegations. I'm very happy for Johnny's phenomenal success, she told the magazine, declining further comment. Now, in Johnny Cochran's defense...
You're saying she only made that comment?
That's right.
Or are you saying they said, do you deny these statements, and she said no?
It says in the article here, but Berry wouldn't take back the allegations.
That's not answering my question.
Listen, I didn't write this article. But in Johnny Cochran's defense, I know someone who says that he never did beat his wife, that it was 4 guys in a ski mask. And they're looking into it right now.
Look, as Jan, Michael, Vincent, and others will tell you, oftentimes things are said.
That's right.
That really have no validity whatsoever.
Robin, are we trying to say
situations.
that there is no woman on the planet who deserves a beating? Sometimes people get out of line, right?
Oh, no, there is no reason ever to raise your hand to another human being, male or female.
Thank you, Robin. You are absolutely 100% correct.
I don't think guys should hit other guys, and I don't think guys should hit women.
What if you're so drunk you can't remember?
I don't think women should hit other women, and I don't think women should hit men.
Well, let's take this up after the commercials.
Sure. We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
You always have great timing, Gorilla. Brings me lunch as I'm about to go back on the air.
Well, now you'll enjoy it.
I love you, kid. Don't worry.
You can smell it.
I can smell it. It can torture me some more. Oh, bastard. Hope your hair never grows, man.
Let's finish with a few points in the OJ.
Go ahead, Robin.
Today, the New York Newsday reports that on opening statements, the defense will suggest Simpson was framed by police. The paper cites unidentified sources who say the defense will claim that officers took a sample of Simpson's blood to his house the day after the murders, rather than to a laboratory, giving them an opportunity to create a trail of blood. See?
Yeah. Okay, he's innocent.
I told you there was a rationale for this whole thing.
What would be their possible motive?
Meanwhile,
I said, what would be their possible motive for doing that?
There is none.
Of course not.
Didn't think that needed an answer.
Jackie's laughing because he thinks I tricked you or something. Oh. He's got a show. Jackie has a show going on over there. It's unbelievable. I'm not eating you, pal. I see what you eat. I'm not eating you. It's got a wacky Jackie show.
They say that O.J. was drawing big ratings. Last week, he was bigger than the soaps that usually run at that time. Roughly 25 million to 30 million people tuned in.
He drew big ratings.
Yes.
Right.
What? Are you tricking me again?
No, I'm saying he drew. I think we're fogged out.
This show goes on way too long.
And it makes it so much easier as the live commercials keep coming on. I got to keep reading them.
Anyway, 25 to 30 million people tuned in to see how O.J.'s opening statements would go. That's a slightly larger audience than they usually get. That was the combined audience from all the coverage, including E! Television and CNN, which are really reaping benefits from showing the O.J. trial.
CNN is reaping benefits, and E?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, they found that their audiences are larger during the day and evening, both. A CNBC poll released this weekend showed that the percentage of participants believing Simpson guilty had dropped from 70% to 52% after hearing the partial opening statement of Johnny Cochran.
Oh.
So it's working.
Oh, my God. The country is dumb.
That could be happening on the jury.
This is a stupid country. This is just a dumb country. It's filled with dummies. You know why? Too much immigration. It's destroying the gene pool. You know, in other countries, they would have already killed O.J. It would have been over with. The trial would have been done. He would have been hanging from somewhere. The gallows. Oh, my God. This country's full of morons. Who built all the buildings? That's what I can't figure it out. There must be a couple of smart people.
Must have been one guy.
Must have been one guy. I think it was LaFrac. Sam LaFrac. 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 Frack you.
Must have been just one guy.
I miss the O.J. mask. What about you?
I do, too.
Yeah, he's great.
Should have been here now.
Yeah, now he should be here. Stupid. Then he leaves. Got to get back to his beeper business.
Let me see what else is going on here. A couple of other trials. There'll be extra security in a New York City courtroom today as the largest terrorism trial in U.S. history gets underway. Sheikh Omar Abdel Rahman,
Well, we don't have a videotape of him doing it.
And 11 other Muslims are accused of conspiring to blow up a number of buildings around New York, including the World Trade Center. His defense team says that the sheikh is being prosecuted or persecuted because of his beliefs. And he is not the leader of some group who take his orders or his sermons as orders to go out and do things.
All of these Islamic students, they got guys here 37 years old. They're still called students. They're here on a student visa. They ought to throw
Don't they understand how student works?
Yeah, student. Once you're 23, I don't think you should be allowed to be a student anymore. I think that's it. That's the cutoff.
School ends at some point.
Yeah, at some point you become an adult.
No.
No, Miss Student.
No, it's the Muslim way.
Yeah, I say throw them all out of the country. All these so-called
Haven't you noticed
students.
that almost every immigrant is a student?
Yes, perpetual student.
And let me tell you something with these perpetual students, as you call them. These perpetual students, at some point, the government's got to wise up. And let me tell you something. If it takes a guy 27 years to get through school, you really think that he's studying something important? Yeah, what is he going to be able to do with that education? That's like being 19 years old and being in 7th grade. I mean, at some point, you throw him out of school. You know, if you're 19 and you can't get past the 7th grade, then they give up on you. Not in this country.
We have had so many 40-year-old men come up here and tell us they're students.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
I am a student.
I'm a student and cab driver. Okay.
Become like acting. Well, what do you really do?
Yeah. They blow up building.
Persecute me.
The trial of the man accused of opening fire on the Long Island Railroad also resumes today. Colin Ferguson, who is acting as his own attorney, gave his opening argument.
He's terrific, by the way. I got to tell you something.
Last week, and declared that there were 93 counts against him because it matches the year 1993. He said if it had been 1925, there would have been 25 counts against him.
They haven't freed him yet? You know, it's funny. I'm watching him on TV. He's as good as any attorney I've seen. I swear to God, the guy's fine.
He should be on the dream team.
That's right. The dream team. Dream team isn't such a dream, is it? These $700 an hour they're fighting. And now they're calling each other unprofessional.
Well, that's true.
Yep. $700 an hour.
OJ got him to tell the truth.
Now OJ should really kill a couple of people.
Kill a couple of lawyers.
Yeah, nobody ever kills the lawyers. They're busy killing their wives. I tell you, if OJ started killing lawyers, no one would convict him. I wouldn't even care.
He wouldn't be arrested.
I wouldn't care if he wiped out attorneys.
Not even a crime.
You wouldn't even miss him. Not even a crime. I don't even know if that's legally a crime. Oh, I'm sure it is.
This is some interesting news. You didn't hear about this, did you?
What, Fred is working?
That's not news. That's a rumor, visual rumor.
Fred found motivation over the weekend? All right, what is it?
Actor-comedian Chevy Chase was arrested by Beverly Hills cops Thursday night.
For bad acting.
And charged with suspicion of driving while under the influence.
What's that guy's deal, man?
Chase, 51, was seen driving erratically and then speeding up to 70 miles per hour on Wilshire Boulevard.
I have no talent.
According to the police.
What a miserable man.
He was stopped at approximately 11:30 at night near Comstock Avenue.
Oh, throw him in jail.
Registered a .18 blood alcohol level, more than twice the legal limit to operate a vehicle.
You want to get serious about drunk drivers? Take Chevy Chase and throw the book at him.
Throw the book at his head.
And put him in OJ's cell. What if this guy had run over... you see, and this is... I want to make this point. This is how I felt about Rodney King.
Yes, I don't hear you saying beat him.
Beat him.
Oh, you didn't give me a chance yet. Beat him.
That's why I brought this up.
The cops should beat him. They should absolutely beat him. And don't put it on video. Put it on video, he'll release it as a movie. He's got the worst movies. I try to watch... you know who's got bad movies, too? This Martin Short. I saw this Captain Ron on TV.
I got a worse one for you.
Yeah.
Clifford.
I didn't see Clifford. I saw Captain Ron. I got to tell you something. It was unwatchable.
Captain Ron is Gone with the Wind compared to Clifford.
I think David Permit was out to lunch on this one.
In Clifford, Martin Short plays a kid. So they had to hire very tall actors for this old man to run around pretending to be a child.
I don't even want to see that.
It was awful. Not one laugh in the movie. I don't know why I'm watching it. Him and Charles Grodin.
Did you see this Charles Grodin's talk show?
No, I haven't seen that yet.
He makes Tom Snyder look like Johnny Carson. I cannot believe this CNBC. What kind of channel is that? Could they be making any money? I never saw...
It continues to run.
If there was a more dull guy on the planet, I couldn't find him. I could name 100 guys I'd give a talk show to before I'd give Charles Grodin a talk. I got to start my own channel.
Well, you're getting distracted from Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase is a douche. He's driving around drunk. Look at this guy. He's got $9 million from the Fox Network.
70 miles an hour.
My hero. He got $9 million from the Fox Network. Rupert Murdoch should be driving around drunk. What is this?
Chevy spent the night in the Beverly Hills jail. So I'm sure it was very nice.
Janie?
Janie, I need you.
Released Friday
Janie,
morning.
Janie, pick up. Howard's on the phone. Let's get Chevy on the phone. Let's ask him about why he's so sad that he has to run around driving drunk.
Maybe he was at a Super Bowl party. I don't know.
It was Stone. He's a pig. He drove me over the edge.
Pain.
Back. My back hurts. From all the pratfalls. The pratfalls at Saturday Night Live.
I need painkillers.
Why isn't it still 1975 when people thought I was Help me, Garrett.
Help me, Garrett.
I can't even get a show on CNBC. Stupid. Take that thing off your head. Him and Grodin. Grodin thinks no one knows he's wearing something on his head.
Let it shine.
Let it shine, bro. Let it shine. Let it shine. I can't make a good movie. Cops and robbers. My Fox show sucked.
Took away Doritos from me.
My hair looks good, and maybe Grodin's doesn't before it does. Please let me have my wig in jail. Oh, the cops beat me, took my wig. Chevy Chase. Remembering 1975 when people thought he was funny, had him fooled for a year. Lame-o.
Why do things have to change?
Why can't people find me funny? Why do things have to change? Ironically, my talent left the same time my hair did. I have no hair and no talent. Lord Michael, I need you. I have a lot of money, but I don't have any projects.
Oh, man.
John Belushi is doing better than me.
Well, we must go on.
All right, come on. You said I didn't do enough. Am I done now? I'm waiting for the
We
cue.
must move on.
Well, let's take a break and then move on.
All right.
Come on. You need a rest after that Chevy Chase story. Right after these words.
You're listening to the Howard Stern Show.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I got a break here. I got to do the Snapple commercial. Thanks, Tom. Tom thinks I can't pre-record any of these because 10 years ago when I was hired here, we didn't do that, so nothing can change. Dick. Snapple is fantastic. It's a good thing this is a Snapple commercial, otherwise I wouldn't have the energy to go on. I happen to love this company, and I love what they do, and I love the product. They got an iced tea that'll make you wet, Robin.
What?
You heard me. If only Chevy, the Snapple will make you wet. It's the new slogan.
Okay, I guess you know.
If only Chevy was drinking Snapple that night, everything would have been different, right?
That's right.
if I could turn back the call. I should have.
Wherever he was, they weren't serving
Snapple and vodka.
Tea flavors including orange, lemon, raspberry, diet raspberry, orange, cranberry, mint, and peach. Now, I said orange twice. You know why?
Why?
I really like orange. Fruit drink flavors like lemonade, pink lemonade, orangeade, kiwi strawberry cocktail, grapeade, fruit punch, pink grapefruit cocktail. Try these flavors. It's all natural. So good for the kids, too. Even the sodas are natural. That's how I got turned on to the Snapple product. Cherry Lime Ricky. Cherry Lime Ricky. And Passion Supreme and Peach Melba. French Cherry. You know, Robin, you drink French Cherry soda by Snapple. The only coloring you'll see is the natural cherry coloring.
That's what I like.
Other than that, nothing. Root beer, clear as water because you won't see any brown artificial coloring or chemicals. And what about that creme de vanilla? Or go for lunch today, have a creme de vanilla with your lunch. You will be in pig heaven. Snapple teas, drinks, and sodas made from the best stuff on earth.
It's the Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
I always like this song. You like that? I always like that. That sneezing sounds good in there.
They should use that.
Yeah.
I'm joining 9 Inch Nails.
That's you too.
You too.
There you go. Anyway, Robin, you were doing the news.
Well, you know, of course, the 49ers won the Super Bowl yesterday, and in the paper today it says that
the Chargers.
The fans were completely out of control following the 49ers Super Bowl victory.
In San Francisco or in Miami?
In San Francisco. In the wake of the 49-26 rout of the San Diego Chargers, police say they arrested 183 people, mostly for alcohol-related offenses.
Maybe Chevy was in there.
About 30 people in the city's Mission District were arrested for fighting, drunkenness, and firing guns to celebrate. Gunfire wounded 2 people and 1 person was stabbed.
But maybe she didn't listen.
3 streets in the area had to be closed.
OJ might have been out there.
It just interests me how these celebrations have changed in America.
You're so right, Robin. It used to be a time of joy. Now it's one of fear.
Well, we never shot off guns to celebrate.
Right.
Seems to me
right.
that these traditions come from somewhere else.
Isn't it a game? Well, I know what you're implying by saying they come from somewhere else, and I couldn't agree more.
Well, weren't we reading about other countries where, you know, you shoot off guns
Yes.
in celebrations? This was never an American thing.
Unfortunately, now America is no longer America. We now have these other people here who come from countries who shoot off guns. And I know exactly what you mean, and you need to say no more. Everyone got your point.
Very well.
Thank you. What background, what racial background shot off the guns? Do you know?
Well, when they say the Mission District, that's a very low-rent area.
Yeah, okay. Enough said. See.
House Majority Leader...
Do you own a gun, sir?
Oh, sí.
And you've owned it for many years?
Sí.
And you like to shoot off your gun?
Oh, sí. Yeah!
Exactly. Thank you.
What would they have done had the 49ers lost? You know, they're fighting with each other because they won.
They would have blown up a building.
I shoot when I'm happy or sad.
So it's the same.
I shoot no matter what.
It gives you a chance to let off steam, is that right?
Oh, steam. I'm built up with steam.
All right.
I steal ammo and I shoot.
I shoot?
Hey, tequila. America.
America.
Washing machine in America.
Very good.
House Majority Leader Dick Armey.
Dick.
Yes. Sent a letter yesterday to the New York Times demanding that the newspaper apologize for an editorial it ran that accuses him of being a bigot.
Oh, come on. The guy, you know, this guy's a character, this Dick
He says,
Armey.
my record does not support your contention of bigotry, a forethought.
Interesting name, too, huh, Rob? Did you ever dream of a Dick Army attacking you?
I never thought about it.
Oh, a Dick Army.
Dick Army.
Oh,
how many in that army?
Oh.
There's a lot of privates in that army.
And he says, my record does not contain many instances of mangled enunciations. However, despite the best efforts to reject this honest explanation. The Texan caused an uproar last week when he called Representative Barney Frank, a congressman from Massachusetts who is openly gay, Barney Fag.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Did you hear a tape of it?
To the uproar. No, I didn't. In response to the uproar, though, he claimed that it was a mispronunciation of Barney Frank.
Here's how it goes. The guy goes, just like this. He goes, and to my, esteemed colleague, something like this. He goes, to my esteemed colleague, Barney Fag, Frank. It didn't sound like a guy, it didn't sound like a guy who made it. Yeah, it would have been like Barney Frank. It was just like Barney Fag. Frank. The wiener face. I mean, a winner if I've ever seen one at face value. It was like one of those things. It was like Barney Fag, big homo. It was a little too clear.
Yeah, it hung there a little too long before he realized his mistake.
Yeah, it seemed like a guy making a joke. Barney, I just want to say for the record, my esteemed and notable colleague, Barney Fag, Frank, the garage door sphincter. I mean, the man who introduced garage door legislation to the many thousands of people. It was one of those deals, Robin.
Yeah. Well, he now is upset with the New York Times for implying that he's a bigot.
That's because I said Nut Cheeks was a fag. I just want to thank my esteemed colleague, Congressman Queerbag. Frank. It wasn't like a slip of the tongue kind of thing. In my estimation. What do I know? Seemed like a guy who was a little more deliberate than that.
Maybe Barney Frank also liked his name a little too much, Dick Army.
Yeah, Dick Army. Figures a guy who's like fag bashing would be a Dick Army. Well, I have a Dick Army.
Oh, yeah? Well, I have a Frankfurter Navy.
Representative Frank, I'm Dick Army.
Charge.
I have to call out the Army. Charge, Dick Army. Dick Army. Who names their kid Dick Army? Here comes Dick Army. Here comes the Frankfurter Navy. Dick Army. Here comes the Vagina Air Force chasing the Dick Army.
What's next?
I don't know. I can only wait and believe myself. All right.
Condolences to Vanna White. She has lost the child she was carrying just a couple of days ago, I suppose.
Jackie, I guess not a big man and wife now. Didn't she already have a kid?
Informed that Vanna was pregnant again.
Yeah.
She had one child
No
already,
big deal.
who is 7 months old. She said this was an unplanned pregnancy, so...
How old was the kid?
Her current child is 7 months old.
How pregnant was she, though?
Only a few weeks.
Oh, it's no big deal. My wife's had that a couple of times.
Well, Vanna had a miscarriage before this child she successfully carried to term, and now she's had another.
Eat a little more.
You think that's the problem?
No, I don't think it's the problem. Hey, listen, my wife eats plenty, and she
had miscarriages.
She had 2 miscarriages.
Miscarriage.
Miscarriage. That'd be pretty funny on Wheel of Fortune.
Want to complete that puzzle for us?
Anna had a miscarriage. Anna had a miscarriage. Is she going to be weeping on every talk show about it, or is she going to get over it?
I'm sure she'll buck up and
I had a
keep
clot.
her suffering her pain to herself.
Those kids, when they miscarry, they're the size of a clot. They're not even kids yet. Everyone gets all hysterical.
You don't know what it's like for a woman.
Believe me, I do. I'm hung like a
something
woman.
inside her.
I'm as much a woman as you are. Believe me.
Did you see that Jerry Seinfeld is pondering his show?
What should I do about my show?
I'm not sure how long it will last.
People seem to like it, but these shows have a limited capacity.
He says even the best shows have a healthy life of from 5 to 8 years.
Except my show.
He made this revelation to TV Guide.
Wow. That's deep.
You can go longer, he says, based on your ratings, but that's just milking it.
Besides, I've got a big career in movies ahead of me.
He dismissed criticism that his show in its 6th season isn't as funny as it used to be, but said that the characters are becoming too familiar to the audience.
Well, so you're saying it's still real funny, it's just that people don't realize it.
Yeah, according to Jerry, it's as funny as it ever was.
My show
People just know the characters.
is funnier than it ever was, but people don't realize it because the characters they don't realize. My show lasted longer than Shoshana. She was a show. She was Shoshana.
That's why he has no intention of doing it for much longer. I heard that he's been hinting around that he might not do the show as a negotiating tactic to get more money out of NBC.
Hint. I observed that Kramer is still Kramer. And the show might not seem as funny, but the show is very much as funny as it used to be. It's just that Kramer is still Kramer. I observed that. I'm the king of observation. Shut up. Shut up with your observation.
Who is the most trusted man in news?
Jackie Marlowe. Who else? Who is the most trusted man in news? Let me take a guess. I'm going to say Peter Jennings.
Wrong.
I'm going to say it's not Brokaw. He's real cold. It can't be Dan Rather. He's too stupid. Bernie Shaw. Dan Foreman. Wait, I want to hear Robin do a buzzer again. That's it. That is some buzzer. Does that hurt your throat?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, let me take a guess. It's not Dan Rather?
No.
All right, I'm going to say the most trusted man in news is. Are you saying locally or nationally?
Nationally.
I'm going to say Larry King. No, I'm going to say Walter Cronkite.
You remember that? Walter Cronkite.
No, but that's not a man. Oh, I thought you meant a man in news today. Walter Cronkite's barely in this planet.
You just won. Why are you upset?
Because there's going to be 90 guesses. And what do I win, Vanna? A fetus.
Edith.
The February 4th edition of TV Guide says that Walter Cronkite finished first in every category. Trustworthiness, competence, fairness. And he didn't, the only one he didn't get the first place award in was most attractive. That went to Maria Shriver. The poll also revealed...
Yeah, Mike Douglas got best talk show host in the same poll. I mean, how about a guy that's on the air?
The poll also revealed that the respondents think Connie Chung is smarter than her cohort, Dan Rather.
Oh.
But she is also considered not highly trustworthy.
How would you know? Yeah, well, she's Japanese. How would...
Oh, so she's Chinese, so she's smart, but not trustworthy.
You got two... Yeah, they're crafty. You got two people who read off a teleprompter, and the public's trying to decide who's more honest.
You can't see her reading the teleprompter.
Yeah, right. Dan Rather is maybe the worst at reading news that I've ever seen on the planet. I've never seen a guy more stilted and uptight and lacking in warmth. He looks like it's hard. He makes it look hard.
He looks like Howdy Doody.
Yeah. It looks hard to do news when you watch him.
You want to see the string.
Kermit is more personable and human. And that's all I have to say about it.
George Pataki, our new governor, will be on Larry King Live tonight. Oh, dear. What is that?
God bless George Pataki. That's all I'll say. And I'll tell you something. The man is now available. He is going around the state looking into things. Unlike Mario, who sat there and watched Discovery Channel and waited for the phone to ring. And now does Dorito commercials and says, I didn't know it was a Dorito commercial. It's not really an endorsement. I don't say buy Doritos. That's some brilliant wit. The great scholar.
I think we bought a bill of good when they told us he was real smart.
Anybody want to thank this show for waking people up? Of course they do. It's a pleasure to have somebody who's doing something. I don't care what he does, as long as he does something. Instead of sit there and watch Discovery Channel. He's watching the Discovery Channel. Sitting there writing, I don't know what he's writing. Books. Frito commercials.
Fritos.
And he goes, they said to him, so what about it? Why'd you do a Frito commercial? I didn't do a commercial. This guy likes to argue. He likes to argue. He likes to have semantics. It's a professor. I didn't do it. You don't hear me say buy Doritos. Oh, you don't know what you were doing there? Sitting next to that other lady with the bag of Doritos? You don't know what you were doing. I didn't say I didn't know what I was doing. I'm just telling you I didn't endorse anything. Oh, okay. That's the same thing. They say, what about during Crown Heights, Governor, did Mayor Dinkins call you? I don't remember. I don't know. I was never governor. I was watching Discovery Channel.
I don't recall.
I don't recall. I don't know. That's what you said. I didn't say that. Got an answer.
I don't know.
There's a $5 million budget deficit. $5 billion. You say that. I don't say that. You said it. I'm for the death penalty. I'm against the death penalty. I'm going to have everybody sent to New York State who's going to be in the death penalty, and I'm going to protect them. And cost you thousands, maybe millions of dollars. I don't know. If you call that protecting someone, I don't know. You said it, not me. Like a scholar. You could dissect any argument. That's just what we need. A debater. Whew. Thank God he's gone. He's good on that Dorito commercial. He's good. He's damn good.
He's a good actor.
He should go on the Paramount Network. That should be his next job.
See, I would like to now see politicians go into acting, since so many actors have gone into politics.
He should stand next to Gilbert and sit in a pool and get shocked. What do you think of that?
Yes, please call him for that new channel.
I'll tell you something. You found out what he's good at. He's good at eating Doritos better than he was governor. I never saw a guy eat a Dorito without spilling any crumbs on his shirt.
What was that thing?
Let me tell you the final story of the day.
Well, go ahead.
At the Dallas-Fort Worth airport,
yes,
over the weekend, a naked 30-year-old man who proclaimed that he was Jesus.
Right.
Jesus, Mark, look at the holes in my hand.
was stopped at the airport terminal, wound up in a brief struggle with the police, or the security there.
They took my briefs.
And wound up in the hospital. He was trying to get to California. That's why he came to the airport naked.
Joking, honey.
He's trying to get to California so he could free OJ.
Cool.
There you go. That man was swayed by Johnny Cochran.
He's going to be a chief witness.
30-year-old man naked in the airport. He got past the security checkpoint, but not much further than that. The guard spotted him and decided to try to apprehend him. They wound up in a brief struggle. The man was stunned with tear gas, strapped face down on a gurney, covered with a sheet, and steered into a waiting ambulance.
Wow. What a story.
And then taken to Parkland Memorial Hospital. So there you have it.
Well, that's a hell of a newscast. The Chevy Chase stuff is very, very interesting. I was glad to hear that. All right, let's get out of here.
I think we can now.
That was a good show. I believe we did so much show today, we don't have to do one tomorrow. We're off tomorrow. E-show tonight with the woman, the handicapped, the quadriplegic Playboy model.
Woman's been in Playboy, that's right.
Friday, evidently, we got incredible critical acclaim out of all the newspapers on our Super Bowl massage party episode.
Critical acclaim?
Oh, all the papers, they loved it. All the critics were saying that this is brilliant television.
Tell me those reviews.
I don't have them here with me, but you have to trust me. Jackie the Joke Man Marlowe, to order Jackie's Wild Comedy CD or cassette, it's $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. Jokeland special, buy 2, get 1 free. And in the words of the OJ mask, he says they make great coasters. Call 1-800-323-KING. And by the way, please don't miss Jackie, our own Jackie, hosting the Great American Strip-Off on the Playboy Channel. Jackie's Career is on fire. For filthy jokes and info, call 516-9221. Remember, 516-9221 is not a pay service. Congratulations, truly, Jackie, on all your success. Attention all Martians, Tuesday, February 7th, it's Red Hot Chili Norris at Downtime in Manhattan. That's Downtime with Fred Norris's band.
Only Martians see Fred?
That's right. To order a signed copy of... you must wear your antenna to get it. To order a signed copy of Stuttering John CD, call 201-942-OUCH.
It's an antenna-up event.
Tonight at 8 p.m. on ABC, don't miss our good friend Dick Clark's American Music Awards.
Yes, 8 o'clock.
Dick took a lot of crap today on the phone and hung in there.
He deserves a plug.
Join Scott the Engineer Saturday night, February 4th, as he spins the hottest music in the Douglaston Manor in Queens. For more information, call 718-BAG-5040. My special thanks to Congressman Serrano, who came in here and presented me with that plaque from his congressional record.
Yes.
Also,
the congressional record.
To Mrs. Whitman, the governor of New Jersey, be brave, be proud, be strong, and be proud of being a Howard Stern lover.
Not to worry.
Not to worry. Times will
Your
change.
day will come.
Right. Not to worry. Your times will change. And I am truly upset about this, and I hope our fans take to the streets and support Mrs.
Show
Whitman
the governor your support.
about this bathroom incident. I'll talk more about it tomorrow. I will expect to hear from the audience and hear how they're taking action. Brr. A lot of jealous people out there, Robin.
It seems so.
Yeah. All right, my sweet angel. I will see you tomorrow. Oh, you too, Robin. I was talking to Jackie.
You know what? See, that's what happens when you start to assume things.